Just interjecting here real quick to let you know you're muted on stream.
Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the stream. Good streamer here knows what streamer is doing. Streamer knows how to stream very well. Good streamer stream greatly. 105, 105 is the same exact thing. But technically speaking, maybe some of the other stuff is better. So we'll equip it and then we'll dye it. So slate gray. We have charcoal gray, but we need to go buy some slate gray. I guess we probably could have just jumped in there. So what you missed, as I was murmuring to myself, was welcome to the hardest dungeon in the entirety of Final Fantasy XIV. If you didn't know this, yeah, you may have done Savage stuff, you may have done Trials and all those sorts of things, and that's impressive. But the hardest dungeon of all is choosing what to wear when you're running around the world of Eorzea. So you know what, this is definitely the top of the line when it comes to that. We have slate gray in here? Ash gray, snowette gray, no slate gray. Boo! Lack of slate. Need more slate. All right, let's go ahead and keep our charcoal black, Dalmond, wine, and blood. We'll keep those two, and we'll drop the blood red off here. Do I have? I do have blood red there. There we go. Okay. Welcome back to you, Xenolithia. Thank you for doing an awesome job. The last thing I wanted to do... Oh, because we can glam while we're running around, so... Slatey late... Hey, hold on. The stream was on, all right? Oh, late to MSQ. Wow. So now it's not even good enough that the stream is on time. Now it's not even that the stream is on time that that's good enough. No, we got to get to MSQ on time. Oh, I see how it is. I should just get on green with everything, so... yeah, choose between black, or even more black. Well, I'm trying to go with a grayish black, all right? So we're gonna change things up a little bit. I know, it's crazy. Just straight crazy. Jake is changing the whole game here. Glamour plate number 15. We're gonna apply this. Update the gear set. And we're gonna buy some slate gray dye, which I'm sure is gonna be ridiculously expensive. Oh my gosh, 279 each. Oh, I'm broke. Absolutely broke. All right, so then we can dye this slate gray. Cool. Yeah, I was playing around with a bunch. That's what I was saying with, oh no, what? It didn't update our sword and shield. Oh, didn't update our sword and shield because we didn't actually have our sword and shield included, did we? Is it the king's sword? I don't even know anymore. We're gonna have to go back. We're gonna have to go back, and then we'll get out of here. Because we can't have these random Duralaman something or other, so. Oh my gosh, let you pull me into a savage. You'll have to... You'll have to find a really, really good reward for me suffering that extreme level of trauma. Okay, so in here we're looking for this, and then the shield we're looking for this. Save. There we go. Oh, we can go ahead and... Oh no. I thought that I had Emperor's New in all the other slots, but we did not. That's fine. We're gonna go back to this one, apply, and we'll dye it slate gray again. And I know it's kind of wasteful because I could change it, but I like that we have the option of always switching over to the red, so it's cool. We have cape. Cape is important. Whoa, 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 whoa! We actually haven't seen this before. Hold on. What? What? Oh, that's so sick. Man, I can't believe that tower is going to be the rest of the game. So, I did want to say, first of all, if you are new here, welcome to the stream. Welcome to my channel. Definitely not an addict. No way. No way, Qatar. Not possible. I wanted to say that I'm wearing this shirt today. It's nice and bright and colorful, Hawaiian. And that's because it's vacation time. It's vacation time. We get to go on break, on vacation. We beat Zodiark, so you know there's nothing left for us to do. We're set. We're done with the game, right? That's why I started doing the end game content, the glam content, because that's what you do at end game. And we beat the game. We're ready to go on a dawn trail because the biggest, baddest boss of all, Zodiark, has been defeated by our hand, and we saved the world once again. It feels good. It feels good. The little rabbits running around. Here's a question. Does anyone call these guys by their actual like species name, or does everyone just call them rabbits? Because it sounds like I'm pretty sure most people are just gonna call them the rabbits. Like they're like the I can't even. I'm not gonna remember. I'm not gonna try. I'm sure it'll pop up here in a minute. So cool mounts and glam if you're into that sort of thing. I mean, pff, me, what? Into farming one particular mount over 50 times because it never would drop for me? No, definitely not. That doesn't sound like me at all. Wouldn't do it. Luperits? Really? Everyone calls them Luperits. Well, I'll have to memorize the name then. I got to do the extra challenge of memorizing even more names. Not like we don't have enough names to memorize already. That's okay though. We will mourn Harsh taking a nap because Harsh is so definitely not dead. Oh, wait, we're matching. We're twinsies. Look at us with our capes. That's awesome. Enjoy your nap, buddy. Okay. Welcome to the odd Wednesday night stream. It should be no different than Thursday night streams, but we're here on a Wednesday. Right then, now that you're here, we need you to teach us all you can about your people, and quickly. It won't be long before the final days are upon us in all their terrible grandeur, so it is imperative that we be preparing to receive our passengers to be. If there's anything at all that may displease them, it must be addressed post-haste. And address it we shall. Here at Best Ways Borough, we have assembled everything required to offer our guests the best way forward. Ahem. We have produced myriad amenities we understand to be essential for day-to-day living, and I wish to hear your opinions on them. I'm sure you've all worked up an appetite, so why don't we start with the foodstuffs? Meet me at the Caratorium, and we'll see about filling your bellies. This is the most, she does not want for enthusiasm. The notion of a theorist rotting to its core, being a matter of course, is rather concerning, though. Nevertheless, let us take this opportunity to learn more of the Luperits and this vessel. Luperits! Mapping way. We will see you mapping around. They all head off this way, so we'll head off this way. And then we gotta go to the right. Are we going down? Through those doors? It's over there. How do we get over there? This place is so huge, you gotta take forever to run anywhere. No wonder there's rabbits running all over the place. I don't want to drop down unless I know that I need to drop down because I'm like running all the way back up here without flight is kind of a pain. Nope, definitely not through there. Which means it's probably not through there, which means it's probably down. So we will go down. Dizzying heights. Let's see, is that motorcycle gonna go through the door? Yes, okay. We are a tank. This is easy. We definitely won't die. We're just going to, what is it? Not clemency. Hallowed ground. Impervious to everything. Whee! Impervious! Oh, no, we weren't impervious. Oh, it says impervious to attacks. Wait a minute, the ground didn't attack us? Are you kidding me? Okay, fine. Fine. It doesn't count. Next time we'll get it, so. Whoa. Look at that crystal. All the colors of ether. This is crazy. Can we attune to this one too? Save us some running around time. You only die from falling damage if you're under attack. Well, I mean, that's true. I'm delighted to see you, but I'm very, very busy. Perhaps we can chat another time? Well, keep hopping along then, hopping way. Yawning way. I must have dozed off. What was it I was supposed to be doing again? Yawning, that's your job. Whoa, there's a whole bunch of these rainbow ones. Very similar to the one that we kind of created, I guess, if you will, on the first. With the help of Reen and Gaia. Man, we haven't been back there to visit them in so long. Okay, is there... Oh, wait, there's enemies in here. 115 yalms to the northeast. Okay, to the northeast we go. One day, eventually, I will figure out how to get my directions down correctly. What's interesting is these things are going to attack me, right? And it's like, well, you kind of done messed up. Your security is greatly lacking. Yup. Hop, 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 hop. Boing. Oh, fancy crystals. What are these things? Little crystal bubbles. No clue what those are. Okay. Check again. Southwest. I went too far. How did I go too far? We're stuck on the crystals. Stuck on the crystals. Oh, I guess it said northwest. Yeah, didn't it? Yeah, we went... No, it said northeast. We went to the east. It says this is directly west. Are they in the way? Cacti? Oh, no, just plants. Just plants. There it is. I see it. I see it. I'm going to get it first. Get out of the way, Harsh. Whoa, Lababa, how did you do that? Cheating, cheating, cheating. Oh, oop. Wow, no, no, no. I'm going so close. This is the real race. The real race has begun. Switch over to... Oh, too late. I beat Harsh. That's all that matters. Right? It's you win as long as you set up the rules so that way you can win for sure. Cool. We got one more down. That's good. Yo, you already have it. Didn't even need it. You won before the game even began. Given their earlier confusion regarding our size, I cannot help but wonder if they even know the first thing about us. Oh, absolutely not. I'm sure of it. Am I the only one who suspects we're not going to find anything edible whatsoever? Hast thou spied the peculiar sentinels patrolling the vicinity? Approach them with caution, or better yet, not at all, for they make no distinction between friend or foe. Yeah, I kind of was curious about that. Welcome to the Caratorium. Here we create prototypes of the various sundries required by our soon-to-be passengers. Allow me to introduce the head of foodstuff production. Cooking Way. Pleasure to meet you all. Our work has involved no small amount of trial and error, but after many cycles of painstaking labor, I dare say we have created the finest cuisine our guests could ask for. I've learned all about the essential nutrients for a healthy and balanced diet from the reference materials you received. Why, I've practically worn the words from those invaluable pages. Naturally, we also considered ease of growth and production. We will not want for ingredients. We must insist you try some. We have a fresh stock recently prepared on account of, well, because we woke up and we're all quite famished. Hop along to the platforms here and you'll find a storage unit full bursting with delectable delightments. Help yourself to anything you like. Yeah, I feel like we're all gonna get a stomachache, so good luck to all of you. Speak with Living Way. Examine the storage crates. You mean we didn't have to race to the top here? It's alright, it was just practice for this time jumping up. Blasting Way. Well, here's the conundrum. Which carrots should we start with? I vote Philosopher's Carrots. They'll keep us light on our feet. No, Iron Carrots first. You won't get far without bulging thews. This doesn't require a debate. We have work to do, so quit dragging your feet and get to it. So these are all different types of carrots. You open the storage unit and find a rainbow-colored assortment of carrots. Unassuming orange, peculiar-looking blue, vibrant yellow, ominous red. Take a moment to reconsider. Well, we gotta pick one. Okay, so they said there was an iron one, and there was a blasting one. I'm gonna assume red was probably blasting. Iron is probably yellow. I don't know if blue is safe, but I'm gonna go with blue. The blue variety is strangely supple to the touch and smells vaguely of mint. Its excessive length and girth only adds to the dubiousness of the so-called carrot. Yes, try the carrot. It smells of mint. It surely is fine. On second thought, you elect to simply take an obscenely large carrot for now. Due to its bizarre qualities, it would be prudent to ask Cooking Way whether it is safe to eat first. Yeah, think twice about that. I don't know. I definitely would probably just give it a try. Why not? Clearly the other rabbits can eat it fine, so we should be able to eat it fine too. Totally fine. Whee! Excuse me, Cooking Way. Check this out. Did our selections set your mouth to watering? Tell me about this one. Even Vieira are like to swoon at the sight of so grand a carrot. Oh, that, or be offended by all those who assume that they would. I don't know, Holo, what about you? Are you swooning over the size of these carrots?
No comment.
The safest approach. A fine choice, one of my personal favorites, actually. Please dig in, I'm eager to hear what you think. All right, we're gonna eat the obscenely large blue carrot, a taste of the moon. With great trepidation, you take a bite out of the carrot. You're taken by surprise when the blue juices burst forth from the carrot and dribble down your chin. As you take a second bite, you can feel your mental faculties sharpening. Your mind opens to the universe, and for a brief moment, the mysteries of existence are simple, transformative truths. But the revelation is fleeting. When you at last finish the carrot, a sweet yet sour aftertaste lingers on your tongue, and the number 42, the answer to life, the universe, and everything, is on your mind. That is a fantastic reference. I love it. And we clearly picked a good carrot. I mean, we had the answers to life, the universe, and everything on our minds. So I call that a win. What do you think? Unlike anything you've ever tasted, yes? The philosopher's carrot improves mental fortitude. Something of a shock at first bite, but it's well worth the enhanced powers of cognition. I mean, we need it if we're going to be able to sell fish, because clearly we are terrible at that. We have plenty of other varieties too. Bleeding carrots to improve blood flow, dream carrots to help with sleep. So you see, we have a carrot for every occasion. These carrots are extraordinary. What if I don't like carrots? I can certainly see demand for this in Charlian. All of these are good, but I'm gonna compliment them. The carrots, they're extraordinary. How did you manage it? Well, then why do you seem so disappointed? If they're lacking somehow, we need to know. I take it you two had a wide assortment of carrots to choose from and not else? Oh, that was your Stola. Carrots for every occasion. I mean, I'm sure that they can change the shape and look of them. If I may ask, what exactly did these collaborators share with you about cuisine on Aetherius? Surely you're aware we have an abundance of dishes and foods you could emulate. Of course we are, but, well, it was only quite recently that we established contact. Even holding a conversation was a struggle at first, so imagine our surprise when they sent a mountain of books and documents with no clear instructions. Who is this mystery person? Was it Graha? Did Graha send it through the Crystal Tower? Who is it that's been in contact with this mystery moon? Mystery moon. Who's been talking to the moon? Sending books. The sheer amount of information was overwhelming. If it wasn't for that encyclopedia I found, we would have at a loss of where to begin. And so we decided, rather than divide our resources to prepare a variety of middling and potently unsatisfying meals, it would be more efficient to devote our efforts to the production of one single perfect food. Well, that's all well and good, but man cannot live on raw carrots alone. Have you considered cooking them? You mean steaming, boiling, roasting, and the like? I suppose we could prepare the carrots in other ways, but our primary concern was efficiency. And what's more efficient than sinking your teeth into a carrot fresh from production? A rather strange approach to take for one named Cooking Way, isn't it? Well, technically speaking, Cooking Way isn't my given name. When we first were created, we were all named in the old tongue. You know, that otherwise impenetrable parlance that the Watcher speaks. Wah, wah, wah. After we received a great tome of words, a dictionary that is, from our collaborators, we learned your language. Adverbs, gerunds, present, continuous, verb conjunctions, just the basics, which no one who speaks English understands besides grammar nerds. Then we found the terms related to our given tasks and used them to form new names. Aren't they helpful? Except you still don't cook. Not really, no, but it does explain a good deal. Wherefore didst thy kind deem such a change necessary. Wherefore didst thy kind deem such a change necessary? When the rest of our people arrive, we want to be certain they understand immediately what each of us does. You'd never be able to pronounce our original names anyway. I see. None of this helps try to save the world, though. Right now, the story is basically like, yeah, the planet's doomed, so you're just gonna kick out of here. But I can't imagine that that's actually what happens. I hope our critiques, such as they were helpful to you. Though, if you should decide to preserve flora and fauna from Aetheris as well, you would be able to offer the passengers a more balanced diet. Hey, I mean, I'm just saying, our mind was open to the knowledge of the universe. I want more of those carrots. Until such a day, one I pray comes sooner than later, it would appear that there is naught but carrots on the menu. Is this carrot juice? Yeah! A hearty and healthful beverage prepared from the pulp of purple carrots and pixie apples. So at least they have some apples, I guess. Or at least pixie apple flavored carrots. Carrots, carrots, and more carrots. You feel like turning orange? What does this do? Skill, speed, and vitality. That'll be good for you to fight something. Pants! I think we've had our fill of carrots for now. Let's move on to other necessities, shall we? Our clothing production is sure to impress. This way. Except everything is going to be way too large. I guess we could go and try to fit into the children's section. Let's come up here. Unlock this area. Bink. Zip around this sentry. Beep, boop, boop, beep, beep, boop. Excuse me, supporter. We're just zooming through. Don't mind me. Sneaking by. No one will suspect a thing. There's a fate over here. Scrapping the scrappers. Also, if there's any like mega fates that you see, definitely feel free to shout them out. Those are cool. I enjoyed doing the one that we did back in that other area. I'm guessing each one of these... Oh, I guess a lot of them have like the little carrots, carrot patches. Yeah, they're just a bunch of carrot patches. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Oh, we can run up here. Oh, that's a steep hill to climb. Wow. Just run straight up it. Is this like purple flowers? Ah, much easier stairs to hop up. No, these are cubes. Glowing purple cubes. Whoever designed this area had a lot of fun. They're like, we're just gonna create random craziness. Look at this. These are like gems, I guess. Maybe it's rock candy. Yestola, you want some rock candy? We got lots of it. Here we are, the apparel production station. We've chosen to employ more traditional methods for the task creation magics. Heidelin, in her infinite wisdom, blessed us with the self-same affinity for magic her people possessed. We have other amazing talents, of course, and I know you're dying to hear about them, but I will regale you with the details another time. That said, we did run into a spot of trouble at first. Our magic alone was not sufficient to see our work done. In the end, we discovered crystallized ether was a wonderful catalyst that could provide us with the extra V's we needed. My, how resourceful. Ah, the sweet sound of recognition. You will also be impressed to hear we've read about your habit of changing attire to match the chosen profession. For the sake of efficiency, I presume. This has also been taken into account with our designs. But why take my word for it when you can simply try on our clothes? Make yourself known to the workers and they will see to the rest. Wait, we just glammed and now we're gonna re-glam. Re-glam, re-re-glam. Oh, look at the little, like, fairy orbs on top of all of these stations. I didn't even notice the kind of glowing halo around all of them. Emitting ether. Guess we'll go this way. Lalaki's flying on a supporter. The supporter supporting the support. Lala. Boing, 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 boing. Restless Loporit. It's you! One of the visitors from Aetheris. Goodness me, Nappingway wasn't kidding. You really are smaller than a watcher. Oh, right. You're here to try on a new set of clothes, yes? Well, what would you have me fashion for you today? An outfit that embodies my bloodlust. Something simple yet functional. A fashionable, refined ensemble. Oh, man. All of these sound kind of cool. Outfit that embodies my bloodlust, something simple yet functional, fashionable, and refined ensemble. I think that's going to be ridiculous. Let's go with bloodlust just for kicks and giggles. We don't have bloodlust, but we gotta be ready to deal with the monsters. Oh no, we're gonna get kicked out. Bonk. Get out of here. You see that? Recognize my bloodlust. All right, let's do it. Oh, we brought glamour crystals. We're good. Embodies your... What? I think I bought like 100 of them. Yeah, we got 57. Well, this will only take a moment. Oh yeah, we look so good. We look so good. There we are, all finished. A perfect fit if I do say so myself. I would be lying if I said I understand what bloodlust is, but I assume it's something you enjoy. I'm certain the clothes are flexible yet sturdy enough to endure whatever it is you plan to do while wearing them. I mean, this is straight out of Hura's clothing department, so I think we're set. Look at those gloves. Would you look at that? Speechless. And there I thought you may not like it. If you've a mind to try on something else, why not speak to my fellow artisans? I'm sure they'd be happy to oblige. You must continue wearing these garments in order to progress. You'll change back to your normal garments if you move too far away. Look to your map for the garment change's area of effect. Speak with the rest of the Loporit to restore or prolong the garment change. I want to try on the other ones for sure. We look so good, yeah! Oh yeah, did you all do the Bloodlust one? I wonder if, or maybe they all look like this anyway. Okay, so we gotta be careful to go over here. Oh, it's the same outfit regardless. All of them look exactly the same. Nice. Oh, we got a mask on. Check out the mask. You can see through those tiny little holes. Very Horizon Zero Dawn-esque. And the gloves, nice white gloves. I think the skirt is an excellent touch. Oh, we got some fancy shoes on. Look at these shoes. We got clompers. Maybe it's just like little calf things. I don't know, man. I think we look good. The way that the skirt jumps up and down for hopping is just very nice. Jubilant Loporit. No one said you would be coming. How can I help you? You wish to try on my clothes, really? It would be my honor. Do you have anything in mind? Anything with a little more flair? I'm looking for clothes with an altogether different design. Surprise me! I think I can handle that. Let me see. I want to know. This should do. Give me something with color. Flamboyant. Oh man, we got the leopard print. Some of my best work yet. It's a relatively new concept incorporating an idea that's never been tried with clothing before. Fragrance. Can you smell the carrots? Oh, simply divine. I was worried how the concept would turn out when put to the proof, but it looks stunning on you. Once you go show it to Livingway, I'm sure she's eager to see what we've come up with. You must continue wearing the garments in order to progress. Speak with them to restore the clothes. This is excellent. I love it. The leopard print is such a nice touch. And the fancy rabbit ear bandanas on the arms. This is just beauty. Beauty. I mean, they say that beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right? Well, I think that my eyes are beholding something beautiful. That was the first guy we talked to, the restless one, right? Umbral wind is in here too. I was checking the weather. Don't think there's any wind in here. My, don't we look splendid? The result of much trial and error, but I know quality work when I see it. Oh, shush, you don't need to speak. I can see your adoration for the moon, and we have loporits in your eyes. I can see your adoration for the moon, and we loporits in your eyes. No doubt your friends feel the same, having sampled our creations. Yes! I want to see Y'shtola. What did they give her? I'm sure it will be marvelous. Oh, the green for Yanje? I dig it. Nice Thancred red. Sorry to have kept you waiting. Look! I wasn't expecting the leopard print on him either. They insisted we sample all their concepts ere we returned. Verily, 'tis an ensemble most becoming. Oh, he's doing the strike a pose. I love it. Look at his earrings. So great. They're trying so hard not to die. I just know it. ... This is fashion at its finest. We all need to go to the Golden Saucer. They would agree. I think it's past time we return to these clothes. You... Okay, so the real question is, who is it that sent the samples if that's the outfit that they look like, right? Can we recognize somebody based off of that alone? That I'm thinking someone back in the Crystal Braves. No, this is a while ago. No, they said it was only recently they received the samples. So maybe someone in ARR, but the mask was vaguely Allegan. I'm not sure. I was so confident our garments would meet with your approval. Whatever are we doing wrong? The Watcher taught us that, in his time, everyone wore the same robes. To do otherwise was against social etiquette. We thought we could appeal to modern tastes by tailoring the robes to specific professions, but... that's because everyone was wearing robes. Please don't be so hard on yourself. Should we resort to evacuating the people of Aetheris, they will most certainly have need of your attire. It is clear you spared no effort in addressing our needs, but you must understand that we are not quite so homogeneous. I mean, look at our outfits right now. Speaking for myself, what I wear now better suits my tastes, even if it is of inferior make. But there are others whose choices may be influenced by traditions or personal experience. Rather than make assumptions for the whole, you must consider the individual and their potential preferences. I fear we've underestimated the complexity and diversity of your people. Even if we memorized every tome we received, I doubt we'd have fared much better. Maybe we're doing you a disservice, trying to shower you with our baubles and frippery, thinking it was for your benefit when you'd be better off on your own. There are some who might agree. People who prefer to keep others at arm's length, even when they know they shouldn't. As one such former fool, I'd like to ask you a question. This plan to evacuate and escape the final days, did it account for the reflections of the source as well? Because they're all going to be destroyed too, right? Not that I'm aware of. We were born of Hadelin's love for Aetheris, and the salvation of the people on that star alone, has ever been our aim. Surely it's better to devote ourselves to saving one world than divide our efforts across 14 and risk failing them all? I suppose you're right. We don't know what info their collaborators sent them besides the encyclopedia. I mean, but like, who is it that sent them? I gotta know. It was obviously someone who showed up recently. Someone's dad? Yashtola's dad? Well, Yashtola's dad would definitely have known how to have better fashion sense. I mean, Yashtola's dad was here last week, and he looked great. So, unless he's trolling everyone. Living Way. Might we have leave to explore Bestway's burrow unattended? You have given us much to think about. We want to go poking buttons and seeing what happens. Why, certainly. Until later, then. If I may, I should like to accompany thee a while longer. Really? Oh, you just made her day. I mean, you're more than welcome to. There's actually something I wish to speak with you about. Let's be off then, shall we? That's so cute. Everyone just kind of upped and abandoned us. So we out of here. We out of here. We got a horse on the loose. Catch that horse. Oh, my apologies. I wasn't trying to spy or anything. Everyone's been talking about the visitors come from Aetherius, and I wanted to see what the fuss was about. I was excited at first, but now I'm worried. What if the people of Aetherius refuse to come? What if we can't save them? It's clear we've made a mess of things. Oh, wait. You still haven't visited the domiciles. Once you see them, you'll understand how wonderful the moon truly is, I'm sure of it. I'll be waiting for you by the teleporter near the entrance. Oh, and the name's Growing Way, by the way. See you there. Growing Way? Miri! Fancy seeing you here. You just pop up out of nowhere. Just showed up. Turn around and there you are. I think that outfit looks much better than anything that they might provide. It's very Mad Max, like with the extra gun belt and everything, the charges and the big shoulder pads. That's awesome. Inspired by Boja. Everything is Boja. No, that's awesome. Oh, we can teleport back to here. Come on, everyone. I'll pay for you. It's only 70 gil. We're not broke yet. Sounds like we need to do more Boja next week. Am I right? Gonna read myself. Everyone's Boja. Just rename the guild to Boja. We'll all be Boja. Boja. Oh, are these Aethernet crystals? You're here. You're really here. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Sorry, what should I call you? I'm Jake Kelton. The Warrior of Light, Hero of the Source, Defender of the First, Defeater of the Light, and Conqueror of the Dark. I mean, I could go on. Lots of titles. Jake Kelton, eh? Crikey, even your names are amazing. Well, Jake will be using this teleporter to enter the residential area. Whenever you're ready, proceed to the residential area.
Ready in the teleporter.
Oh, I got the voice totally wrong. Oh, this is the teleport. These are teleporters? We've been walking over there. We could have been teleported at any time. Just showed up in the core of the moon. Beam me up, Scotty. Or not. We've been rejected.
Huh? Access to living quarters restricted due to reconstruction. Then where is it? Oh no!
We out of here. We didn't need to go anyway.
A private audience, as thou didst request.
Oh.
Reasons I know not.
Sneaking in. Shh.
Just a precaution. I'd rather I didn't have to ask the question at all, but I take my responsibilities very, very seriously.
We're spying.
Do you and your friends, by any chance, find our accommodation wanting? Be honest, brutally even.
I mean, I'd say given that the world is ending, I think you've done a very good job. I definitely can't say that it's wanting in terms of keeping people alive. It's not the world being destroyed, and it provides food, housing. I mean, that's basically everything that you need to just hang out until we get to a different world. So I think you've done your job fairly well.
It would be ungracious of me to belittle the efforts of the Undyne.
Yeah, that's where it's like, you did a really good job.
Sentiment, really, but the disappointment is writ plain on your comrades' faces. It's all the more frustrating since no one will come out and say what they find wanting.
Aww. They just want to help so much.
If there are faults in our work, we need to know. We can, we will do better. But time is not on our side.
Yeah, we have to focus on the big stuff first.
The final days will wait for no one. If your people are to be saved, we must take quick and decisive action. This vessel must serve as a home for as many passengers as possible, for far longer than we may like. Which brings me to my request. Our collaborators on Atheris are doing what they can to prepare for the voyage. Would you be willing to go and lend them a hand?
Yeah, who are your collaborators, though?
The moon for yourself. You could speak to its many splendors, learn what else they might require, and assuage whatever concerns they have.
Hey, the carrots are great. You gotta try them.
Thou entrust me with such a task.
How to put it? You're the only one who appears not to be wholly unsatisfied with our work.
Everyone else is ungrateful.
Oh, quite good at pretending that's the case, at least. Calm, collected, tactful to a fault. Very particular with your words, too. You understand that, in the face of great danger, one cannot pursue perfection at the expense of practicality. The difficult choices must often be made for the greater good.
The greater good. I mean, he's done that several times, especially
So fate doth conspire to set my feet upon this path once more.
in Heaven's Ward. Remember the whole situation with Ardbert and all of his friends? And he basically joined them and seemed like a bad guy for a while until he turned on them and you know, set everything right once again. But he's gotta play the villain card a couple of times.
Come again?
Idle musings. 'Tis no trifle thou dost ask, yet full well do I understand the urgency and necessity.
I thought we'd go get to see the living quarters while they were being rebuilt. I was excited for that. Except.
Oh, dear me. Dear me. I was terribly sorry for the mix-up.
You made it.
It's a bit of a malfunction. I hadn't realized the residential quarters were inaccessible, you see.
Well, you blew my
It's in
cover.
one piece. So, all's well that ends well, yes? Won't happen again. I promise.
We're gonna turn around and they're gonna be gone. Yep, they're leaving. Close enough. Him and his army of rabbits. Sorry, excuse me, Loporits. Gosh, that was embarrassing. I promise to be more careful from now on. Since the residential quarters are closed for now, I've rerouted the teleporter to allow travel between floors instead. Hopefully it proves useful in the meantime. Shame you couldn't see it though. You really would have liked it. Oh, wait, we can go up and down through the teleporter now? I gotta try it. You can now travel between the upper and lower floor of the Best Ways Burrow via the teleporter. That's so great! Okay, we gotta try it. Proceed to the lower floor. Oh, that's so much nicer. So much nicer. And then we just come over here. No wonder they're able to get around so quickly. They've been using teleporters this whole time without us even knowing. It may not seem like it, but we've been planning for this far longer than I care to admit. Each time we woke up, we'd have a long discussion about how to save as many of you as we can. Felt like everyone had an opinion on this or that. But the one thing we all agreed upon was that the people of Aetherius wouldn't take action to save themselves until it was far too late. Wow. Hey, we have been working hard to save everyone since the beginning. Wouldn't take actions to... But if they're talking about just everybody else, that's probably a possibility. Karitika, I love the fancy hat. You got like multiple spiky things. So you got the wings, you got the ears, you get the hair, everything's spiky. That's some good armor too, the grays. That's why we're striving to make the moon a vibrant, magical place they'd hop at the chance to visit, rather than waiting for the flames of oblivion to get them off their tails and force them to accept our invitation. The residential quarters may not be up to the necessary standards just yet, but there are plenty of other places worth seeing. You've already had to look around the Caratorium, but wait until you see what's waiting for you at the east end of the borough. Follow me! Have any of you been able to get a house at, We're going that way. Are we down or up? What do we think? I think we're going down. Cowabunga! Oof. We could take the teleporter, but what fun is that? Oh, there's a bunch of blue quests over there. Oh no, we probably missed the quests that allow us to get more ether currents. We're gonna have to go back. Got something to say for yourselves? Oh, you got a blue carrot. Look at them eating the blue carrot, the philosopher's carrot. It's a philosopher's stone. It's a philosopher's carrot. Where are you going? I love that they're just kind of running between the groups. Do you need help with something? I'm busy assigning duties at the moment. All right, you guide their way. Everyone is just too busy to chat with us, huh? Good you're here. Through this door is the greatest Ends Vale. It was named as such because it's the veil to end all veils, the most beautiful forest you'll ever see. We understand the people of Aetherius enjoy taking leisurely walks through the natural spaces and the like, so I'm sure you'll enjoy it. How about we start with a nice stroll to the fountain, yes? This way. A stroll to the fountain, you say? A very, very long stroll because we're so small. Yeah, Karinika's got the idea. Just a quiet stroll. Not being teleported to a whole different place. Well, it definitely doesn't seem like a forest so far. There's a forest of crystals. Don't you just love books? Suppose this needs an overhaul now that they've changed specifications on us. I absolutely adore them. They've taught me so much. Don't tell anyone, but they also taste delicious. Don't eat the books, reading way. Though to be fair, I love reading too. Whoa, my book is very dark. I think I burnt my book. Orwin must have cooked it last time he threw a fireball. Do these floors look clean to you? I don't know. I feel like they could use a little more polishing. grind the floors, grinding way. Wonder what the white one tastes like. Blue tasted like knowledge. And mint. Oh, there's some trees. I was about to be like, I do not see any trees at all. But there's trees over there. So this is the same tile, just green. And then I guess these are like sci-fi trees, maybe? Close approximation of tree-type things. The greatest Endsvale. Oh yeah, so these are like wide trees. Those are like small round trees, and these are tall like pines or spruces. But they're all made out of metal. Do you not know what an actual tree is made out of? Oh, I bet there's a current in here somewhere. To the southeast. That's actually pretty close. Southeast. There it is. Oh yeah, look at these. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that this is Ensvale. The veil to end all veils. I mean, it definitely looks nice. Don't get me wrong. But I don't know that it's exactly blah 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 blah. I mean, it's pretty, but it ain't natural. How about that? Maybe that's what I'm trying to say. Trying to figure out how to phrase it. That it's like, yeah. Don't get me wrong. It's very pretty, but strolling through this is not quite the same as strolling through a forest. But yeah, it's okay. So, what do you think of the forest? It's positively pleasant, simply sublime. I don't see the forest. Crystals out there are, 'tis as translucent as burying your face in a chocobo's plumage and taking a good long whiff. Is as transcendent. I cannot say that. Transcendent. Golly, Jake. 'Tis as transcendent as burying your face in a chocobo's plumage and taking a good long whiff. You mean those crystals out there? Those are supposed to be the trees? Right you are. Our forest is made of crystals and constructs, dotting the landscape as far as the eye can see. Building this place was a challenge, let me tell you. Since we were born here, we've never seen trees in person before, let alone a forest. The information sent by our collaborators was quite enlightening, but after much deliberation, we decided to use crystalline constructs in place of living trees. And thanks to our atmospheric circulation system, this place produces air as clean as that which you'd find in a forest on Aetherius. The fountain here behind us, powered by the large crystal adorning its top, plays a vital role in supplying us with fresh water. Much time and effort was spent making it the most spherical of spheres, and I dare say the unparalleled roundness speaks for itself. It is quite round. I definitely would agree with that. I enjoy nothing more than a nice long stretch and a spot of relaxation whenever I come up here. You look like you could do with a stretch yourself. I suppose. Yeah, I don't want to insult the trees. I'm sure they were very hard to create. And especially if they, if they're worried that the living trees would have a hard time in this environment. Oh, we're going to stretch our legs. All that running around you're making me do. Where's an Aethernet when you need one? That's the spirit. I feel more relaxed simply watching you. A sight worth the many years spent building this place. If it's not too much to ask, it's always been a dream of mine to take a walk through the forest with someone from Aetherius. Could we, maybe? Oh, that's so cute. Sure. Be still, my quivering whiskers. They're now accompanying you. If you wish to have them accompany you again, speak. Nope, we're good. Alright, there is a chatting spot over there, but I don't know that if it... do we go over there first? Let's play it safe. I don't want this to disappear if we don't use it now. It probably won't disappear, but it's worth asking anyway, so... Ask if you can taste the rainbow crystal. What? No. I'm not sure what it is with you. I'm not sure what it is you do with crystals on Aetherius, but we don't eat them. Certainly not this one. It's possessed of all 6 elements: wind, lightning, fire, earth, ice, and water. We use crystals like these to maintain the moon's elemental equilibrium. It's worth mentioning, though, that because of Heidelin's influence, being the embodiment of tranquility and stasis and all, manipulating the elements here is different than it might be on Aetherius. A conjuring of fire would sooner dry your clothes than singe them, for example. Put simply, the etheric conditions are ill-suited to growth, which is why the surface is most barren. Of course, this is all necessary to keep the raging energies of Zodiark in check. Interesting. So, because the... You're kind of busted up, dude, Mr. Scrapper. Because Heidelin is all about stasis and not changing, the elemental things are going to be doing less than before. Is that in my headset? Are you hearing that crackle? I thought that for a second that was the monster, and it might have been, but that was very weird. I was thinking, Jake, that I could be more helpful to you by teaching you a little bit about the moon and what it can do. When we were first created, the moon's sole purpose was to hold Zodiark, and there was absolutely nothing to be found here. Eventually, Heidelin gave us our first task: furnish the moon with propulsion systems capable of facilitating travel to other stars. It sounds impressive, and I suppose in some respects it is, but it was only possible thanks to all the knowledge Heidelin shared with us. We also had a lot of time to get it done. 6,000 years, give or take. Well, anyway, let's keep going. All right, just interrupt your story midway and let's keep on going. Why not? Looks like the eating the crystal option is still there, so it didn't go away. This may come as a surprise, but we didn't begin building the habitable areas until after the propulsion systems were ready. Considering how long it took, I wish we'd started sooner. Who would have thought we'd need 4,000 years to make all this? It certainly wasn't work you dare rush either. We had to create infrastructure and countless supporting systems, some of which wouldn't be operational until hundreds of years later. And then there was the brief period where our productivity came to a screeching halt, when that bizarre red satellite was sent up from Aetherius. The Allagan's mischief, I think. We thought maybe some new nefarious actor was colluding with Zodiark. All we could do is stand by and brace ourselves for the worst. Oh, I couldn't tell you how relieved we were when Heidelin informed us of its destruction. Oh yes, there was much joyous humming that day. Were you the one who did the hum, or was one of the Lalas doing it? I heard the hum. I heard it. I heard it. Say, did you notice anything particular about the treetops? I mean, apart from the fact that they're massive crystals and not trees. The little orbs over them, I guess? But not on all of them, just the ones that are right here. I'll give you a hint. Oh, it's the golden rings emanating from the glowing spheres. I did notice that in the other room. We were just talking about that. Along with the device fixed near the ceiling, they fulfill a role similar to our sun, and do so better even. The sun and similar celestial objects of the great expanse radiate energy that is harmful to your bodies. These rings shield you from that energy while allowing you to bathe in the perfect amount of sunlight. Or rather, a close approximation of it. That's actually pretty cool. Pretty impressive, wouldn't you say? Oh, if you look closely, you'll see different types of trees have ever so slightly different curvature. Yes, indeed, this forest truly is the greatest. The greatest and best of all forests. There is none better. I guess that explains why not all of them have the ring, right? Because you don't need an overwhelming amount of sunlight. There was something else I wanted to tell you about. Oh, right! The propulsion systems and habitat facilities were completed about 2,000 years ago. And with that, the most important features were fit for purpose. Which was all well and good, except we still knew absolutely nothing about the present-day people of Aetherius. Why not go and visit Aetherius yourself, you might ask? Strictly forbidden. Were our technology or knowledge of the moon's true purpose exploited for evil ends, the result could have been disastrous. Then there were a few more rejoinings, and it became increasingly difficult to converse with Heidelin. Fearful we might lose the ability to communicate with her altogether, we beseeched her to find people on Aetherius we could trust to help. We were quite fortunate everything worked out as it did. So, Were we chosen by Heidelin specifically to be able to help put this plan underway? Or is this long before we actually came into the picture? Or is this the different people that she's been finding this whole time? So a reading fund for Jake? I don't even know what that would look like. With the exception of routine inspections and maintenance, we remained asleep and waited, hopeful Heidelin would find someone who would help us. Eventually she did, and though her power was waning, we were able to speak to them directly for a short while. Oh! Oh! Cryo? No. Maybe. Cryo. There's a handful of other people who have had the Echo before. Cryo would have access in Charlian to all of the books and resources and stuff that she could send. That's possible. Again, could also have been Graha. The Graha would have mentioned, I think, before now, but Cryo would have reasons to keep it secret or hidden. Maybe Moonbrita didn't have Echo access, did she? Fordola does not seem like the type of person who would. I think it's somebody who had the Echo, or has the Echo. We shared with them everything we could, including our knowledge of the heavens and the means to travel from here to the moon. They certainly didn't waste any time with what we taught them. No more than a few years after that, our collaborators found a means to convey messages and supplies to us from down below. With all the letters, books, and other resources they sent, we learned enough to start making meaningful changes to the moon. And now you're here, hopefully enjoying yourself as much as I am. We definitely learned a lot about the moon. I knew you would like the greatest Endsvale. I just knew it. Thank you again for coming here, by the way. I know it was just a walk through the forest, but it meant a lot to me. That's sweet. Well, they might not necessarily need the Echo, but I could see how the Echo would be valuable and helpful to communicate with Heidelin and then communicate... I don't know. We communicate with Heidelin all the time through the Echo, so there you are. I take it you've already received the Grand Tour? A shame we missed it. We can update you on the most important parts. Growing Way! I've been looking all over for you! Oh, is it about the teleporter to the residential area? No, never mind that. We have more pressing matters at hand. I'll be calling an emergency meeting shortly, and your attendance is required. Really? I can't imagine why you'd need me there, but if you insist. We won't be away long, so you are all more than welcome to continue looking about the burrow. Now come along, Growing Way. Can we eavesdrop on this conversation too? Before we arrived, you seemed to be in the midst of a rousing conversation with your guide. Did you learn anything of import? Quite a lot about, the history and thousands of years that it took to build this place, and some about the collaborators. They've spent 12,000 years preparing for this. With the appointed hour fast approaching, I can certainly understand their restlessness. But still, it remains to be seen if the people can be persuaded to evacuate when there are yet no signs of the final days. What's more, the technology of this place defies imagination. I doubt there are many who would come readily to terms with living in such surroundings. Whoever these collaborators are, unless they are possessed of the world's most charming personalities or a means to forcibly evacuate people, they will meet with a great deal of resistance. I figured it out! I just figured it out! Literally just now. The collaborators are the forum of Charlian, because Charlian, they're talking about how they have to collect all these resources. It is a matter of great import. They know that the final days are upon them, but they can't change anything, or they can't help out because it's too late. The world's gonna collapse. The final days are coming anyway, so it doesn't matter. They have access to all the knowledge, and out of all the people, who's better for Heidelin to reach out to than the people that are in charge of the knowledge base of the entire world? It makes the most sense. That's why they didn't want to interfere because trying to help like fight these other fights is like so minor to them. They're like, the world is gonna die. It doesn't matter. We're focused on saving all of the planet. So yeah, definitely, to me right now, it seems to make the most sense that it's the forum. Indeed. Even if faced with annihilation, the decision to forsake all one knows cannot be made lightly. I don't think, though, that we're going to do this, because the sacrifice of the other reflections is ridiculous. Like, that, we are going to have to fight as hard as we can to stop the final days just to save all of the other reflections. Forgive me, friends, but I must beg your leave. There is another matter which yet begs for mine attention. Of course, we can accompany you if you'd like. Not this time. Nay, that will not be necessary, if you will excuse me. I must play the villain and go join the forum. Now, what does this have to do with the Ethereal Sea? I'm not sure, but maybe they're using the Ethereal Sea to transfer stuff here. They stick it in the little Ethereal Sea pocket, and it pops up here. What do you suppose has suddenly tickled his fancy? Oh, we know. 'Tis clear now that difficult decisions lie ahead of us. Preparation for the evacuation of Aetherius is indeed crucial, but I am not yet willing to forsake our world and its reflections. I trust I'm not alone in my rescindence? Yeah, that's the whole, we're not ready to give up. I don't even mind giving up the planet. It's the reflections I'm worried about. If we could pack everybody onto this thing and that was it, you know, and the other reflections are fine, I wouldn't be so far against it. But it's the fact that the other reflections are going to die too. That's problematic. So the final days will make brave fools of all of us. Oh, we get boots. The best glam, boots. Oh, we didn't get a picture with his arms crossed. Did Urianger seem strange to you? More so than usual, I mean. I know he has a penchant for keeping his own counsel, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried. Would you go and see if he's all right? Ystrol and I will remain here and see what else we can learn about the final days. If you hurry, perhaps you can catch up to him. That is true. There has been a very suspicious lack of information about the final days, and it kind of annoys me because I really like... I really want to know more about what's going on with the final days and like what to expect. And we know that there's, oh, that's true. We can just teleport back there. We learned about the currents and that all the chaos happens when the currents get destabilized and all that sort of stuff. But where, when, how, towers, what, who, and we bested Fandaniel. So does that mean that all the towers collapse and everything's good? Like, what's going on with all the towers? Oh, there he is. Chase him down. Quick, get on Rathalos. Yo, Urianger, have you seen my fancy dragon? Urianger appears to be heading towards the entrance of Bestway's Burrow. Definitely an Ascian. Absolutely an Ascian. Doing sussy things. Let's go! Come on, Miri! Marion, we gotta go. Yeah, chase him down. We could take the teleporter, but that would be faster. And instead we're gonna take the slow route when chasing somebody down. So it all comes full circle. I remember talking about the Sharlayans and how they were preparing for the end of the world, and I was saying that, you know, it seemed like they were. Wait a minute, though. They had all that food stuff that they were preparing, and all the animals and livestock and all that sort of stuff. Were they preparing to transfer all of that to here? Weird. Sus. Boom, psh. Boom, 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 psh. This is a moon lo-fi. Oriange ventures off into Mare Lamatorum for reasons unknown. You must tread carefully, else he might sense your— Oh no! We gotta do this again. Oh man, where's our hood that we can put up? Alright. Follow Oriange from a safe distance. The objective will end in failure if you are noticed or if you fall too far behind. Should you fail to complete the objective, you may try again by returning to the designated location. We've done this before. Alright, there are rocks up here. Oh, no! We failed already. We failed already. Failed once. That's okay. We're gonna have to fail a couple of times to learn where his stopping points are. And we're gonna try not to just cheat and follow everybody else's stopping points. So we know that he stops up there. Man, there's not very many hiding spots around here, is there? Maybe it's that we just got too close to him? Oh yeah, we just got too close to him. Okay, so just rock to rock probably. Hey Kala, how's it going? We're sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Is he gonna stop in the middle of the bridge? I'm going for it. Oh boy, oh boy. Ah! Did we get too close again? Or do we have to wait for him to cross the bridge entirely? It's possible we gotta wait for it. I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. It's definitely going to throw my whole week off streaming on a Wednesday rather than on Thursday. Other weeks before where we've streamed on like Fridays and stuff, it has thrown off my entire sense of like the week and schedule and things. But that's okay. That's okay. I'm just glad that a lot of people were able to make it out here because I was a little worried that it being on an off week, people were going to be busy. And I know that normally things like tonight are raid nights, so you're all welcome to do raid nights too. You know, you could just jump off and go raid for a while. And it'd be fun to stream tomorrow as well, but yeah, we got family stuff going on, so family is a priority. Alright, what if we throw something at Oriange? Can we fail this by slash throw? Oh, I'd spelled it wrong. Slash throw. That would have been so cool if that actually had failed it. Just chuck something at him. Oh. Okay, so he does have a decent amount of moment where he kind of pauses. Okay. Oh, no. We gotta run. I'm gonna stop here. No! Okay. Whew. Thought we might have gotten too far. Nothing to see here. We're hiding behind a car. Ooh, he's so far ahead. We didn't get our speed boost. We gotta cut the corner. Oh, phew. Okay, I was worried for a second. Duty complete. Who tossed that rocket to me? That would be interesting. Would he notice if we were like really, really far up in the air? I don't get this. If we're sneakily following him and then we just walk in.
Arrival is timely as ever.
It's so interesting. We did this last time too. It's like you got to be sneaky until you just don't got to be sneaky anymore.
It's chance to overhear my conversation with Living Way, I presume.
It's like if it mattered so much that we were sneaky, then that we could just walk up and talk to him. Then why couldn't we just talk to him before? Man, this gear looks really good. I'm very happy we changed.
It was not mine intent to move in shadow. Nevertheless, I have been asked to do that and more yet again. Is it so plain that these strangers could intuit it at a glance? My capacity for silence and secrecy? And duplicity?
Duplicity. You wouldn't be timely then.
Did contrive to deliver the first at the price of his own life. I was complicit in the scheme. A sacrifice averted for a mercy.
Oh my gosh, I cried so hard. I cried so hard with Graha. That was crazy. Crazy. When Emmett Selk shot him, that was...
I could say the same for Minfilia. One life for one world. And by that bloody bargain brokered by my hand were the scions robbed of a dear comrade and Flamine, her beloved daughter.
I was gonna say with Graha in particular, it took me an entire week and 2 streams to figure out / be told that Graha was still alive. I literally was like mourning that he was dead. I was like, he's gone. I can't believe it. My heart was broken. But
2 souls whose selflessness was beyond measure, whose resolve was unshakable. They would not be moved even had I thought to protest. But protest I did not. Far from it. I pushed them forward. No effort did I make to seek out alternatives, ones that would not demand such terrible costs. That resignation weigheth heavy on my mind, as does the memory of another lost to mine inaction.
Moonbreeder.
Dearest Moonbreeder, who did face death unflinching, that we might secure a means to bring low the Ascians. In her hour of need, I did naught.
You weren't there.
Dutiful disciple of Louisoix, ever looking to the greater good.
He's definitely dealt with a lot of loss.
And bid her live instead. Mayhap she would be with us today.
We'd still have Ascians to deal with.
Wants, born of everlasting regrets. Most days I put them from my mind, but could think of naught else when asked to swallow the same bitter draught. Subterfuge and sacrifice. Mayhap the right moral choice, but one I regard with great trepidation.
What subterfuge do you have to do, though?
The calamity of Amarot was a tragedy beyond reckoning. One which must never again come to pass. Thus must we struggle, haunted by ghosts of those we have lost, clinging to those we pray we can yet save.
Haunted by ghosts of those we have lost.
But what of those we cannot?
Different take on the phrase.
How do we make peace with the dreadful algebra of necessity?
The song, Why Did I Come In at This Moment? It's a feels song. Make peace with the dreadful algebra of necessity. Sometimes there's no right answer. I don't like that one. Have faith in yourself and your decisions. Take heart and protect those you can. Would that we had time to weigh the costs. I mean, there's like truth in all of those, but I think at a certain point, and I've actually talked to my wife about this, is that at a certain level, you have to say, this is kind of a philosophy of mine. You can't know everything. You can't. If you knew everything, you would be God. So your information that you have is guaranteed to be limited to some capacity. So instead, you try to make the best decision that you can with whatever limited information you have, regardless of how limited or how not limited. Definitely do your due diligence and try to garner information. But if you can't garner more information and your inaction would be costly, then make it the best decision you can with the information that you do have, and accept that that's the best information. There's been plenty of times in my life where I've made a decision that later I looked back and went, that was a bad decision. I didn't know it at the time. I made what I thought was the best decision, but now that I know more and can see it after the fact, it was a objectively bad decision, but it was a logically in that moment good decision. Those things happen. So instead, have faith in yourself, make the best decision that you can, and accept that sometimes, yeah, there are, you're gonna make, you know, mistakes, and that's a part of life. Take heart and protect those that you can.
Sage counsel indeed.
It's the counsel that Minfilia gave us way back when. Dreadful algebra. Hi, Ree.
Wisdom as befits a great worm.
Oh, that was
Curious that he should think thee in need of such encouragement.
that was from that was from the worm in Thavnir, right? I'm gonna forget his name. But they had the little child homunculus. That's the first word that came to mind. Vitra, which took me forever to figure out how to say the
Scarcely
name.
Can I remember when last we spoke alone, and so candidly. I thank thee. For all my supposed skill with words, I find it difficult to express such private thoughts.
This is kind of, instead of like, we had our moments with Lys, and we had our moments with Alfino and Alize, this is our moment with Oriange.
As for the Loporrit's proposition,
Loporrit's.
I will take time and consider how to respond.
You don't have to
It would
do
be
it
our
in
mutual
subterfuge.
benefit if we could converse more openly with our aspiring caretakers. A concern I should be glad to address on the Scion's behalf. To dispense with all pretense and bare one's heart to another is a frightening thing indeed. But we cannot move forward ere we take that bold first step. A lesson I have learned many times before. And today.
As someone, or for any people who like to play piano, I'm sure that this song is like way up there in terms of enjoying, you know, learning songs to play.
Curse these ears and that barrel!
You have large ears. Why wouldn't you be able to hear what they're saying? Sneaky,
No matter.
sneaky.
We've got our plans.
Are they evil after all? Look at that smile. Look at that smile. Clearly they're Ascians too. Everyone is Ascians. Wait, that means that Urianger is an Ascian too. He would be an Ascian. Y'shtol's father, however, definitely an Ascian. I mean, think about how rare Y'shtol's dad actually what the heck is that thing? What? Oh, there's more of them. I don't know that we noticed those last time we came through here. It was like a purple floating genie, just oolulu, 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 oolulu. In truth, my reason for traveling hither was to effect a plan of mine own, a plan which may pave a way forward for us all. May, I say, for there is no guarantee of success. 'Tis the reason I set out alone, that failure, should it come, would be mine alone to bear. Yet thou standest before me with proffered hand and open heart. 'Twould be remiss of me to refuse thy amity, and so I must. Wouldst thou join in mine endeavor? Let's go do whatever the thing is that you're trying to do. Is there one of those purple guys closer? I'm gonna take a closer look at these things. Uh-oh. Veronica's fighting them. Whoa, they're flopping around. What the heck? Defina. Oh, you're kind of cute, actually. Got little insectoid claws coming out the top of your head. What an interesting design. But what was with that other one, like, flopping away? They eat slimes. look at, well, just watch Karinika get one shot by it. Oh, wait, is that thing the slime? Oh, the osculator. That's the thing I saw flopping around. I thought that it was the Daphnia. Oh, it kind of like spat out a slime. That's weird. I want to see it eat this guy, but I don't think it will. No, it's just a big splash of water. Do the ones here not do it in combat? Maybe not. We'll have to check it. It might be something that happens in a dungeon. They eat the slimes. Kind of nasty, but I mean, if that's what you're into, that's what you're into, so. The leopards are Asians? I've been the whole time. All the Asians are just leopards stacked on top of each other. Yes, that's hilarious. I love that. That's why they're always wearing the hoods, is to hide their ears. That makes so much sense. They're like thousands of years old. They lived for forever. They built the moon. Definitely, definitely. They have creation magics. Everything has been Asians, and the Loporits have been behind the whole thing. Wait, and Loporits are just different types of Lalas, and we said that Lalas were evil. We knew it this whole time. Run away! Run away! Oh, it just did it, and I missed it. Literally just missed it. I thank thee for accompanying me. 'Tis a simple plan in truth. We should not be long away from the best ways. Oh, we shall not be long away from best ways burrow. Difficult decisions must needs be made in the coming days, but I nevertheless believe that we are all of one mind in our desire to save the people of Aetherius. To make clear our resolve to the Loporits, I would offer them a gift, but its making doth require a most singular ingredient. We gotta go get an ingredient to make a gift that he's gonna give to propose to the Loporits not to give up on Aetherius. So it's not Aurorsia anymore. Everyone's referring to the planet as Aetherius. Now, how do you know what's up here on this planet? Have you, or the moon? Have you studied this stuff before? Ah, an abundance of spongi. Excellent. I chanced to spy this aggregation when crossing Zodiarch's erstwhile prison. Oh, like temporary prison, erstwhile prison. Using a spell taught to me by the Numao, I believe this shall suffice for the gift I would fashion. The magic requireth considerable concentration, however. Might I prevail upon thee to stand watch whilst I perform the incantation? Incantation? Where we gotta stand watch at the designated spot and await the monsters. Wandering Daphnia. No Daphne. Go find Fred and George, and or not George, but where's Scooby-Doo? Scooby-Dooby-Doo. I see you. That's awesome. Expansion. Expansion! I mean, we're in space, so it makes sense that it'd be a expansion. It's not Explanation. Oh. We gotta come back here. Wait longer. Surveying the land. Looking at all the broken pillars. You see no signs of potential threats. This would be a good opportunity to see how Urianger is faring. After we help out with these guys. There are some more monsters that are here. We'll get them first. Boom. Boom. Drop that big glowing sword. Boom. Drop that glowing sword. Hey, don't drop that glowing sword. Urianger remains fixated on his work. Is this going to be like his walking on water spell? It's like a section. Oh, Grabbing my tinfoil, BRB, the tinfoil hat. Eorzea is the continent. Before knowing Aetherius, they called the star Hydaelyn. It's like a section of the continent, Aldenard. Okay, so yeah, well, that was for a while. Eorzea was kind of referred to as the star, but it's the continent Eorzea, and they referred to the planet as Hydaelyn, but now it's Aetherius. So that's cool. We just have to get used to the name, which is very weird because, again, we're just not used to some of these names. They're brand new. A magic ink, every ons as efficacious as that crafted by the Numau. Rare is the occasion I would conjure mine own, but nevertheless a most useful skill. The resulting product is, admittedly, possessed of no preternatural properties, but its hue is one of mine own choosing, which I pray the Loporits will appreciate. Jake, Oriange! Oh, thank goodness! I thought you'd been eaten or perhaps fallen into a crater. We're definitely a little more hardy than that. Yashtola's been looking all over for you, Jake. She says she needs to speak with you about something most urgent. Dire, even. Dire, even. She was also quite clear that she wishes to speak with Jake alone, which means I'm afraid you must stay behind, Oriange. But worry not, it just so happens we need your help with an errand, delivering a package from the Watcher's Palace to Besquay's Burrow. It's quite large and heavy, perhaps even too heavy for we poor Loporits, and we would be ever so grateful if you could lend us a hand. You're separating us. How about an extra pair of hands before I go and meet with Y'shtola? That's convenient. Suspiciously convenient. How about an extra pair of hands before I go meet with Y'shtola? She can survive. No, that won't be necessary. Urianje's help should be more than sufficient. And I'm sure you don't want to risk getting on Y'shtola's bad side by keeping her waiting. She seems prickly. Now, off with you. Get out of here. Worry not, Jake. I shan't be long. Sure. The scheming little rabbits. Time to do our worried emote. Oh, it sucks you can't open coffers while running. We could be far more efficient with our time. There's the leggings. We'll equip them once we are able to. Can we glam in here? Glamour plate. Let's see. Oh, we can. Okay, cool. So let's then equip. Unable to execute command while occupied. Well, can I equip it now? Thank you. Our shiny new pants. Thank you. Update gear set. Clean gear set inventory. Come on, Kritika, keep up. We gotta go. Oh, no. Where is it? Gunbreaker? Nope, not that one. There is Machinist. No, but I sped you up too. No, I gotta only speed up me. I'm doing it wrong. All right, where is Dragoon? Can we slip underneath the... No, we can't. We went the long way around. We failed. That's okay. Boing. Has anybody beaten that one guy's record speed run up the Kugane Tower? Did it in like 8 seconds or something crazy. Back so soon? Oh, Jake, we thought you would be away for far longer. We were told back here to come back here because it was a dire emergency. Dire emergency? I said no such thing. But as you are here, I could use your assistance with one small matter. Running Way, a companion of Growing Ways, apparently has much to tell us of the final days. The problem, however, is that he is determined to live up to his name, refusing to stay still long enough to hold a conversation. Is there anywhere he's likely to stop and rest? Or perhaps there's a way to slow him down? Well, what's the rush? I was thinking we should wait here. Maybe enjoy a cold mug of carrot juice and... Oh, no? Well, if it's really that important, you can try using these balls of mouse flesh, not to be infused with the other thing. It's like chocolate. Running Way's other notable feature is his incessant chatter, so you'll have no trouble finding him in a crowd. And when you do, try lobbing these at him. Crude, but if it proves effective. He was here in the greatest Ensvale when I last saw him. Let's split up and find him. Growing Way. Why does it seem that people are bent on keeping us from being efficient with our time? Oh, look at this! Wait, can we sit in this? Is this sittable? We gotta test everything's sittability. Doesn't seem very sittable for the likes of us. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. I thought it'd be really funny if there was an animation of us like with our knees curled up. Searching your surroundings for runway, you may move the camera. Oh, okay. We gotta find running way in a crowd. Do not hit the unassuming Loporits. Oh, where's our range? Okay, there. We got quite the range. So we got 3 crowds. Oh, there he is. Running way? Probably. Unassuming Loporit. Unassuming Loporit. Did we get him? Ow! That's smarts! If this was meant to be a joke, it isn't funny! Yeah! Got him as soon as he stopped. Pegged him. Pegged him! Yes, the original guy came back after playing. It was like a day later. Came back and just crushed it. Dude, it was crazy how fast. Yes, I'm running way. Do you mind explaining why you hit me in the face with the mouse flesh? Moose flesh? Mouse flesh? I'm highly knowledgeable about the final days. That's what we've heard. Ha! That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard since I woke up. Who told you that joke? As if we've got time to look into the final days and there's so much to do before the great voyage. It's true that Heidelin did impart to us some knowledge of the event, but I know about as much as any other Loporet around here. Less, probably. I don't know why anyone would think it's funny to go around telling people that I'm an expert, but they better hope that I don't get my paws on them. Something's not adding up. Sorry I couldn't be more help, but there's nothing else to do. If there's something else, I've got work to do. And I'm off. See, I thought that maybe they wouldn't know much about the final days, except that they then totally ramble on about the final days, and they show the case that they do know a lot about the final days. But it was not the case. We have been bamboozled once again. Once again, we've been fooled. Growing way? What do you have to say for yourself? Oh, you caught him? Well done of you. Again, just something to keep us busy. Any luck? I tried near the entrance, but there was no sign of him. Oh yeah, we got him. We got him. Hoodwinked and bamboozled. I could find neither hide nor hair of him. How did you fare? Oh, we got him. Whoa, oh! Did our glam reset? How did our glam reset? So he knows... Oh, because we hit we should have glammed it in the chest, didn't we? We're just gonna have to keep using the die, that's fine. So he knows no more than the others. Care to explain yourself, Growing Way? Well, you see, I misremembered. Yes, that's it. I misremembered. Terribly sorry about that. Afraid I'm drawing a blank, though. Try as I might, I can't remember who I was thinking of. On an unrelated note, what of Urianger? I assume you spoke with him earlier, but did he say when he'll be returning? He, was ushered off by the Loporits, on his way to the Watcher's Palace with Livingway. Maybe I'll go join him. Between Growingway's sudden lapse of memory and our lack of other leads, maybe our time would be better spent lending Oriandre a hand. No, now, hold on a moment. It's all coming back to me. Yes, I remember. The information you're looking for is in the archives. That's where you'll find all sorts of useful knowledge, including that pertaining to the final days. Yeah, sus. Sus! I don't know about this, y'all. Why do I feel like he's gonna lock us in there and we're not gonna be able to get out? Can we... Cannot apply glamour plates here. Alright. Is it worth it? I think it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. There's an ether current we gotta get. Okay, so here's what we'll do. We'll actually go back to here, re-glam, and then we'll get the ether current on our way down. Which, if I had gone down the correct way, would have been fine. So, glamour plate. Yeah, see, this one is with the red, and so now we have to re-dye it with the gray, which is fine. We can go get more dye later. And now we gotta go this way. This way, this way. I missed one before? Oh no, where did I miss it before? Where, generally, where? Oh, when we were... No, we got the southeast one. I must have not been looking for it. Not a very smooth venture, but close it. Outside, top side. We missed one out there. Okay. We'll get one on our way out. Outside, top side, left side. Fancy Loperit? Oh, bouncy Loperit. Moping way. Aw, so sad. Don't be moping. Boing. We'll get this one. These are a lot of ether currents. But isn't this the toned down version, right? They have more ether currents when the expansion first comes out, and we're doing the smaller one, so. Yeah, well, I didn't dye it on the plate because I like the red, and I was like, well, we can just dye it whatever color it is we want to dye it outside, and we can keep the base red, because I didn't know that I wanted it officially, you know, officially gray all the time. However, what I'm realizing now is that I should have, you know, just gone back and then cleaned it later if I did want it cleaned later, so this is fine. Good enough, we'll just deal with it. We'll just need to go send somebody to go get more ash dye if we need it.
What to do? I promised Livingway I would help, but...
No. I promised I'd help, so that's what I'll do. Archives are on the second floor of the main plaza at the eastern wing. Follow me. We're going right back where we just were. I suspect the Loperits are up to something. But if there is aught to be learned of the final days, I think it best we play along. For now, at least. For now. They'll cut it down with Dawntrail. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I'm kind of afraid to see how many I need, all right? Let's go back here once again. So this is the total amount. We're playing through current content. How fancy. And now we need to find one of those teleporter things. There's one over here, right? I said it was on the top floor. Oh, wait, what? Is this not the right teleporter? This is the teleporter we were originally on. Okay. There must be a different teleporter. Not there. Though... There's 4 teleporters? Oh, there's 4 big lights, but only one is a teleporter. Is it one of these over here? There it is. This is the one. Thank you, Karinika. Look for the stair symbol map. Ah, that's a good notation. So, you know, as I eat the slice of pizza, somehow my pug magically gets closer and closer. I think the pug is communicating. I think he's trying to communicate. Come on, Critica, keep up. These legs aren't gonna run themselves. Let me guess. The archives are gonna be a dungeon. We're gonna have to fight our way through it, right? Security is gonna be all crazy. The sentries are gonna be going awry, and we're gonna have to battle through them to get what we need. What other knowledge do you suppose we can glean from the archives? The architecture of this place is impressive, though more than a little confusing to navigate. Is it too much to ask for clearly marked exits? Or a map, perhaps? Thancred, I got you. Right here. Just pulls out a map. Right here, buddy. Clearly. The archives are right through this door, but it seems to be locked. I guess we'll have to go find whoever has the key. I'm tired of your games. Growing Way, enough. If you have naught else to tell us of the final days, you need only say so. We can ill afford to be wasting time here, as you well know. Did you yourselves not tell us we must act quickly?
Yes, we did, but, the moon was to be a perfect paradise for the people of Aetheris, and we're running out of time to make everything ready for their arrival. We hoped you'd see the wonders we have to offer, but you found nothing but faults and flaws in our work. Only one of you saw our potential, so you others must be kept here. Ah, so that's Living Way's game. Run us about in circles, and failing that, lock us away where we can't put the plan at risk. Everyone except Urianger. He understands what is at stake. What must be done?
I fear you've misjudged us, Growing Way. Never have we decried the notion of using the moon as a means to escape. That said, my heart breaks at the thought of abandoning Aetheris and her reflections to their doom. If there is a way to avert the final days, I wish to find it. We all do. We may fail, but our efforts would never be at the expense of your plans.
But why would you take that risk? There's no room for ifs and maybes now. The people of Aetheris will escape here to the moon. They'll be safe, and we'll finally get to see all their happy, smiling faces. I'm sorry, but we just can't let you leave. We just can't.
Oh no, you're gonna fight us?
Do what you must, but try not to hurt them.
Oh, look at that tiny little crystal sword. That's so cute.
I'll be back in a moment. Don't do anything rash while I'm gone.
If we dally, they'll overwhelm us with sheer numbers. I say we knock these ones out, split up, and make our way to the exit. Agree. Let us reconvene where Argos awaits outside. Run away! Pay attention to the spells they cast. Oh, we gotta knock them out. Oh, whoa! Wait, everyone's here? What the heck? Oh, that's so sick. We need reinforcements. Oh, we gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go. We can just run. Do we have to stay and beat all these guys up? It is showing red. It's wild that we can have the party here. Okay, there we go. We gotta put him to sleep. Is there no sneak option? Alright, I'm gonna go around the long way. I bet there's some rabbit in here called Long Way. Sorry, Loperit called Long Way. Oh. Avoid them. Oh, Krennic is just running right past them. They don't care. Alright, we're getting close to the entrance. So they don't want us to leave because they think that in trying to save the planet, we're going to... I mean, to be fair, they've spent 12,000 years trying to build this place. And if we were to save the planet, then it would basically put all of their efforts to waste, right? It would not really do all that much. And so I can see... I mean, it's incorrect, but I can see why they are like, no, we're definitely saving people, right? We're not going to have all of our effort wasted. There you are. Didn't rough him up too badly, did you? Nah, we did fine. Good, you're here. We must hurry to the Watcher's Palace and find Urianger. Let's go, Argos! They think we'll tell Aetherius that their moon sucks and no one should go there. I mean, it's terrible. Why would you go to the moon of all places? It is fairly barren on the surface, I won't lie. And the crystal trees are pretty, but not like our normal trees.
And what, pray tell, do we seek at the Watcher's Palace?
What do we seek at the Watcher's Palace?
Oh, come off it, friend. You know full well why we're here. The time has come for you to return to Aetherius and help your brethren prepare for their journey here and beyond.
Forgive me, Living Way, but I cannot in good conscience proceed with this plan.
You're about to get smacked, buddy.
Huh? But what about the final days? The death and the doom? Oh, we have to hurry before it's too late.
It may already be too late. My furry
Your
friends.
unflagging commitment to your duty is endearing, to say the least.
Oh, we didn't ride Argos and copycats?
Oh, bugger!
Oh, bugger.
Be at ease. They bear you no grudge, nor do I. How could we, having come to understand your purpose?
And the effort that you
For
put in.
millennia, you and yours worked tirelessly towards the singular purpose of this heavenly vessel's construction. An arduous feat by any measure.
Katara, I would definitely set up mannequins just to say that somebody came over, right?
It is clear you have spared no effort. Why, your very names are a testament to your dedication.
Yes, Humble and style.
Names? I'm not sure I understand what you're getting at.
Names are an expression of the self, a declaration of one's hopes and aspirations.
Thancred and Reen.
Your use of
Minfilia.
contemporary, uncomplicated nomenclature doth ensure clarity of purpose. There can be no doubt that your love for the people of Aetherius is boundless and pure.
But that doesn't mean we're gonna not try to save them.
A most mellifluous phrase.
Singing way. Mellifluous. Is that even a word? They definitely invented that word. They created that word just for this game.
We Loperids were born of Hydaelyn's love for Aetherius. That shining, shimmering blue jewel, brightest star in the sky, brimming with life and possibilities.
I think that it's kind of sad that they have this love for Aetherius, and yet they'll never actually be able to go visit it.
For as long as I can remember, I've toiled in anticipation of the day when this vessel might be needed. All I've ever wanted was to meet those she cherished so dearly. To serve and serve well.
To live our purpose.
That goes for all of us. Don't you see? So help us. Help us help them. Lead them here where we can keep them safe. If there's anything wrong with what we've built, we'll fix it. We'll make it right.
Sweetly or smooth flowing, sweet sounding, mellifluous.
Want not for repair. Yet there remaineth much for you to learn of men and your own kin besides.
All the
Singing.
Asians.
thy name bespeaketh more than the simple marriage of rhythm and rhyme. The songs of Aetheris are beyond counting, and span the length and breadth of emotion. Maps are monuments to man's pioneering spirit and his devotion to charting the furthest reaches of our star. Many have devoted their lifetimes to exploratory pursuits, to venture unto the highest mountains and the deepest oceans in search of unknown frontiers. And thou, my friend, I do not think we've met.
What is your name?
My name is Puddingway.
I mean, everyone's gotta like pudding. He's trying to find some way.
Yes, indeed. A name of deep and abiding significance, I'm sure. But one perhaps better communicated through delicious deeds than tasteless words. A judicious application of fey magics at a later juncture may be appropriate.
Are you at a loss for words for pudding way and how epic their reasoning is? Pudding, the most delicious of substance that man yearns to find, the most flavorful of creamy substance that sates the taste in all ways. That's better than carrot juice.
And living way. 'Tis no easy feat to convey the significance of thy moniker. When I was a bookish boy, a dear friend of mine was fond of peppering me with questions as I read, to my occasional annoyance. One day, I posed to her a question of mine own. What doth it mean to live? After much contemplation, she proffered this answer. The anticipation of a half-read story's conclusion. The hope today's mistake may serve as tomorrow's lesson.
Today's mistake, tomorrow's
The
lesson.
wish that a new acquaintance may one day call thee friend. She believed it to be all these moments and more.
I want to understand, but
I, too, still labor to find mine own answer. 'Twould be my pleasure to assist you and yours in embarking on a journey of self-discovery and enlightenment.
The Buddha way. Is that Fantasia? Is he giving them a Fantasia so they can just Fantasia to whatever? Oh, ink. That's right.
In haste, though I assure thee, the quality has not suffered for it. The people need not be persuaded by honeyed words. Nay, I have faith they shall do what is right in due course.
I just think it'd be hilarious if he's like, I shall help you on your way to self-discovery. Here's a Fantasia. Become whatever race you want. If you wanted to learn about the different races of Aetherius, this is the best way to do it. Just, just Fantasia into a couple of them and you'll figure it out.
Until they do, I beg your patience, friends. And with that ink, let us fill the empty pages of Living Way's compendium. An open exchange of ideas will surely afford you all a better understanding of modern man, and with it, ideas for improvements and renovations.
Didn't realize that Living Way was a
More
squid.
importantly, it shall empower us to together find a way forward.
just hand putting away the ink. Here, have the ink.
I hope you're right. Thank you for this lovely gift.
I'll try not to spill it. Oops. Oh, look at that.
There you have it. I shall remain with the Loporrits to ensure that all is in order. Though we must needs prepare for every eventuality.
Oh, the
We
music.
would all agree that the evacuation of our star is a last resort. To accept
Man, now I'm gonna have to go watch
is
the
to
trailer
accept the
again.
demise not only of our star, but that of Reen's. Of
Yes.
all reflections and the souls that call them home.
We're saving Reen and everyone else.
Faith that you shall fight to the last, that such drastic measures may prove unnecessary.
Should the worst come to the worst, and I pray deeply that it won't, I'll take comfort in knowing preparations were made under your watchful eye.
Aye, thou mayest be assured that if calamity cometh, not a soul will be left behind, if being the operative term.
Time to save the world music. Orange. New color. That flower. How came it into your possession? By Heidelin herself. How very like her. Guided by its light, you may come to know her true intentions. Intentions which remain a mystery even to us. Oop, cut off again, as usual. In our time, we called it Elpis. You would do well to remember the name. Not another name we gotta remember. All right, that's it. Hang on. Elpis. This time, we're gonna pin it. That way we can make sure to remember it. I can just look over to chat and be like, Elpis. It's not Elvis, okay? It's Elpis. Very close, but different.
I hate to interrupt, but I feel like I need to make amends for all the secrecy.
Think nothing of it. We haven't been the most gracious of guests. Do convey our apologies to Growingway and the others.
But of course! And when next we welcome more guests from Aetheris, we'll have learned to be much more hospitable hosts.
I'm kind of curious to see if things change by the time we come back.
Circling back to the matter of inappropriate secrecy, we ought to discuss our benefactor.
Oh, we finally get to learn.
Agreed. The Charlean Forum, yes?
Yes! Did we get it right?
What? How did you know?
Yeah! Feels good. Feels
The
good.
more I heard, the more obvious it became. The Forum's aims align closely with those of your anonymous patrons. A telling coincidence would be an understatement.
We got him.
Though had we not taken it upon ourselves to peruse certain restricted tones in Labyrinthos, we might still be unaware of their plans.
We have Graha to thank for that, as he teleported down there and hung out for a little while. I gotta say, our new gear
Let
looks
us
really
continue
cool.
This discussion upon our return. I dare say we have kept Alphino and the others waiting long enough.
We truly did become the Warrior of Darkness. Like, we have just defaulted to blacks and grays for a while now. We still have the reds occasionally, but feels so cool. There's no way that I've guessed every twist. There's so many twists that I have no idea. Again, I thought that Endwalker was going to end with us, like, absorbing Heidelin's power and fighting Zodiark, you know, as, like, Fandaniel or Xenos, probably. Xenos was going to absorb Zodiark, and we were going to absorb Heidelin, and we were going to go at it as, like, God versus God, right? Did not happen, though. Puddingway, you are the strongest of all of the Lupperates.
Nice to meet you. Name's Puddingway. Sorry again for all the trouble. We promise to do better. Honest. The others will be so happy to hear Orange is going to stay and teach us all about Aetheris. We'll have to be careful not to get too distracted by his lessons. There's still maintenance to carry out after all.
And the residential area to fix up.
Well, that was rather embarrassing, wasn't it? At least we're on the same page now. People and Aetheris. We'll save both. Or at least give it a good try.
Make sure everyone listens to Orange, will you? Tell Growingway I look forward to our next walk together. You Lupperates are sure an excitable bunch. Aw, that's cute. Tell Growingway I look forward to our next walk together. I like that. That's a good answer.
I'm sure he'd be glad to hear it.
That's really cute.
There's little I can do to help stop the final days, but should you need to know of star traversal, look no further. Such knowledge I can offer in abundance, so do not hesitate if you find yourself wanting.
It looks like we have our own running way. Go, 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 running way. Wait, hold on. Can I peg them with my non-suspicious, non-weird item?
The Luperites think so highly of the people of Aetheris, yet it seems this evacuation plan is the only way they know how to express their adoration. If we had been more clear in our intentions from the start, mayhap we could have avoided the wrinkle. Something to keep in mind in the future. Like Elpis. A declaration of hope and aspirations. I hadn't thought of it that way before. The Luperites may be in good hands now, but that doesn't change the fact that their plan is a last resort I'd rather not employ. Let's see if it doesn't come to that. For the first, and for all the other reflections. Wah, wah, wah. When editing any videos, I should just make the watcher's volume like cranked to 11. I chanced to spy you crossing the chasm, and I feared something was amiss. But all is well, and more importantly, I have been given the opportunity to behold a wonderful sight. Keep the Elpis close, and its light will be your guide. I wish that we had it in our key items. You know, we could just see its light has faded or something, right? That'd be so cool. But I guess it would fill an inventory slot that people might need. 'Twas a relief to see Livingway so pleased with my gift of ink, which has disappeared. I definitely think it was not ink, it was Fantasia. To serve and serve well. Though their knowledge may be lacking, their boundless love is a blessing without peer. It will be no easy task to prepare them for what must needs be done, but gladly I do embrace this duty, even if it doth necessitate that we part ways for a time. Forgive me of my absence, but I have the utmost faith in you, and all our fellow scions. When next I return to Aetheris, I pray I find you all in good health and good spirits. And we get an ether current! Wait, you've been holding out on us this whole time? You had an ether current this whole time? Alright. Fine, fine, fine. Y'shtola, let's go. With the Loperites in Urianger's capable hands, we needn't worry about affairs here in our absence. Knowing now the face of their earthly collaborators, there is much to discuss with Alphino and the others. Let us return to the Tower of Babil. Our battle for the star will soon begin in earnest, and we must be prepared. We don't even know what we're fighting yet. Just chaos. Take care. Oh, cool. You do these other responses too. Oh, we'll be all... Excuse me. We'll be all ears. You know we can be. Oh no! Look at the dazzle. That was a tier 2 limit break for Sage. Well, it's not as if we've been waiting 12,000 years to meet the people of Aetheris. Oh wait, we have! That's neither here nor there. Under Urianger's tutelage, we'll strive to become more hospitable hosts and see that the moon is fully equipped to meet the needs of its potential passengers. All right, no, we gotta go up here first. Wait. Yeah, we don't need to go back to the tower just yet. We can head this way. Oh, look at Karunika, that nice red Reaper outfit. Clearing out the sweepers. Oh, that replaced our jump. Where did we move our jump to? Or did we get rid of it completely? I think we did get rid of it. We moved them close, but... Intervene. Rush. Oh, no, that's it there. Okay. So hang on. Let me unlock this. Put that back there. And we'll just stick these in the corner for now. And then I think I had it sweeping... There. That works. Cool. Proceed to the Nether Gate. Oh, that's what I've been doing every evening. I've been learning the language of the ancients. So, you know, just hanging out. My wife and I have conversations back and forth all night long. We're gonna teach Junior it. That's gonna be his primary language. I've forgotten how cold it was here in Garlemald. Testament to the Loperites' ingenuity that I felt no such discomfort on the moon. Bedtime? All right, be out there in a minute. Goodness, I can scarcely believe we went to the moon and back. We'll have time to reflect on that later. Right now, we need to head back to Camp Broken Glass and deliver a thoroughly detailed report to Lucia. I'd very much like to know how everyone is getting on here as well. They'd only just begun to treat the tempered prisoners before we left. I share your curiosity, but warning our allies of the final days is of greater importance. I speak not only of the contingent, of course.
The heads of state of every nation must know what we have learned. We know not when or where or in what manner the final days will begin to manifest, so we must see that everyone is prepared. Agreed, though we may wish to stress the importance of discretion, lest the public be sent into a panic. Not that anyone in a position of responsibility should need to be told as much, but it bears repeating. First things first, to Camp Broken Glass. We're gonna get back, and there's gonna be just like absolute monsters everywhere. Because this is literally our first time, story-wise, back after visiting the moon. We have no idea what to actually expect. Hello, Peter! It's the Peter. The Peter! How you doing, Peter? Good to see you. It's good to see you at the Ren Fair, too. Yeah, first time back since the end of Zodiark. Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk it? We gotta go this way and unlock... clear that. Not that. We're gonna get this last section over here. Hopefully this whole thing unlocks. That'd be really cool if it did. It should have unlocked when we ran through the city. Oh, nope, just that section. It's okay. Can we get this one too? Yeah. All right. So we got most of all of them. And can we... Yeah, we can just teleport back to here. Easy peasy. At least I thought we could teleport back there. Easy peasy. Camp Broken Glass. I didn't know if we had to, like, chat with Thancred or Y'shtola on the way there. So I was like, let me check outside first. Because there's been so many times that I've teleported and left somebody behind. Been like, oh no! We gotta conversate. And then we have to walk all the way back just to have them say, we'll meet you there. And then we go all the way back again. Back and forth we go. Has happened before. But we'll save this conversation with Lucia and the importance of it for when we get right back. I'm gonna go say goodnight to Junior, and then we'll keep going for a little bit longer. We still got some time. So I'll be right back. Hang out with Cher for a little bit. I support the... I'm gonna read Lalaki's message as best I can. You snap off a piece of the carrot, enjoying its crunchy texture. Righteous confidence surges within you, a certainty that you are the center of the universe, that all creation is a story, and you the star, beloved and perfect and special, a god worthy of worship and prayer, or at least a second roll should the dice treat you poorly. It's a very Fandaniel thing. A very Fandaniel. Made it back for streamer just in time. Just in time. Tea and chocolate. Man, I want tea and chocolate. Maybe after the stream I'll get some tea and chocolate. I made it back before the streamer too. Great timing. It's good to see you all again. No worse for your lunar adventure, I hope? Well, I've got some new gear and you didn't compliment me on it, so I'm a little disappointed. We've done what we can for now, and believe me, we intend to tell you all about it. But before we do, might you tell us what's become of Garlemald in our absence? I mean, letting them know about literally the end of days, the final days being upon us, is a little more important than how are things with Garlemald after we left? You do tell. What's going on? What's new around here? We succeeded in subduing the Tempered inside the Tower of Babel. We took many alive, but combined with those who are already in our custody, the number requiring care has grown exponentially. The inclement conditions here have made it difficult, if not impossible, to treat them all here, and so we have petitioned the aid of the allied nations. Some are, understandably, hesitant to proffer assistance, particularly those that were but recently subject to imperial occupation. That said, several others have agreed to grant them refuge for treatment. With the assistance of your fellow scions, we endeavor to see them safely transported and subsequently cured of their tempering. Will all the tempered be relocated? No, not all. We have sufficient shelter to attend to those whose treatment has begun, and enough healers have volunteered to remain here until their patients have recovered. Euless is one such patient, though he is not yet fit to receive visitors. Truth be told, it was a miracle that he and those in his company were not harmed in the chaos. If not for Alphino and Alizé's timely assistance, I dare say none of them would be with us today. In light of recent developments, have the Alliance leaders come to any decisions regarding Garlemald? They're gonna divide him up. Divide and conquer the spoils, right? Given the tremendous ramifications of what has happened here, it will take time to determine what must be done. In the meantime, they intend to work with the Eastern Alliance to keep a close watch over the provinces. We have other news to share. Shortly after Anima was defeated, we received reports that each and every tower has vanished! I talked about that! Yes, they're all gone! Cool, we don't have to go beat them all. I was like, that would be a whole, like, tier of savage raids. Is like, for each tower you take down, the other towers are even stronger, and you have to go through, like, 10 different towers, and each one gets progressively harder and harder until you beat them all. For Mercy, the process was apparently not quite as violent as that which you experienced in Thavnir. Those who were trapped within them have been rescued and are receiving treatment. To hasten this endeavor, the beast tribes have received instruction in the magics needed to cure tempering. Oh, that's actually awesome. Master Matoye is no doubt thrilled the mother Porksy affords her so many visitors. I wonder if she's charging them for each Mother Porksy visit. Yes, we are grateful for her ongoing efforts, as well as those of our comrades near and far. As for the contingent, several of our members have been granted leave to return to their homelands after the transfer of the Tempered has been completed. Aww, our time with the contingent is over? It was so cool having everybody work together. Lucia and I will remain, along with a small force to continue offering aid to those here in Garlemald. The Empire may be no more, but there are yet those who call these lands home. I believe that accounts for the recent events here. So, what of the moon and the Telophoroi? Oh boy, sit down, grab a cup of tea, we got a long conversation, and my bare chest to the cold elements is gonna be no problem at all. I'm just too cool for that, so. Got all the photos of them I want. Man, I don't even know. I literally took like 100 photos last stream, and I still don't think that was enough. The final days. Gods, I pray your victory would mark the end of our troubles. There is still much we do not know, but the Alliance leaders must be told. Would you be willing to contact them in our stead? Yes, of course. I will send word forthwith. We'll also release your fellow scions from the present duties, that they may return to Sharlayan. Your energies are better spent finding a means to avert the coming apocalypse. Speaking of your fellow scions, you'll be happy to hear that Mistress Kryl, though still on the mend, has been moved to the Baldessian Annex and given into Tataru's care. Thank you. I should look forward to seeing them both upon our return. Let us be on our way then. Let us be on our way. I was thinking of the quote from like Obi-Wan, then speed us on our way. One last thing, if I may. After your confrontation with Zodiarch, you said Xenos took his leave, and in all likelihood he has returned here to Garlemald. I have a mind to dispatch scouts to try and ascertain his whereabouts, but first wish to ask if you believe there is merit in doing so. Oh, we get an option, nice. If they found him, they would not likely live to tell the tale. That was the very first thing that came to mind. If you're expecting a trail of destruction to follow, you won't find one. An admirable but futile endeavor. Yeah, definitely. If they found him, they would not likely live to tell the tale. He would definitely just kill them all. I suppose you're right. To dispatch good soldiers in pursuit of such a beast would be to send them to their deaths. Pray forget I entertained the notion. I mean, it was a good idea, but you don't really understand what he's all about. While on the subject of Xenos, the 10th Legion has made an official proclamation. They denounce the Crown Prince and condemn his role in the Empire's downfall. His very title has become a source of shame among his former subjects, and its continued use only serves to hinder relations with foreign nations. For this reason, he has been declared as Xenos Viator Galvus, outcast and enemy of Garlemald. I don't think he cares much, but sure. Man, that outfit with like the aura scale thing right on the chest. I mean, I'm not saying like it was made for us, but Van Daniel is no more, and now his own people turn against him. It seems he's naught but his bloodlust to keep him company. Better that than an army to see it sated. At any rate, I will not keep you longer. I pray you safe passage back to Sharlayan. Which apparently isn't going to be any warmer than here, right? Like, everywhere we go is just cold, cold, cold. Like the cold end of the story. Speak with Kryl. Before we go... Hold off. Graha isn't around here, is he? They said they were releasing the Scions from their duties. I wondered if we could talk to them here before we get there. But they're probably all there already. Gemstone Trader. Trader! Even though we have yet to do anything related to that. Still fun to unlock it. Commissary Officer. More things. We gotta do all these Ether Current quests. Well, well, now here's a sight that warms the heart. I never thought I'd have the honor of meeting a hero of your pedigree, let alone beg for your aid. You see, I've got a shipment of supplies to send down to Tapper's Den, and having someone who knows the lay of the land by my side would go a long way to ensure its safety. I'd defend it myself, but I have to carry the bloody thing. If you'd be so kind as to escort me, I'm sure to make it worth your while. Well, then I'll be waiting outside the gates of the camp. Come meet me when you're ready, but don't take too long. Monsters abound in these parts. Oh, we're gonna take a hot minute. We'd love to help, but we will be long. We will be very long. But we will be back as well. I love that there's multiple quests that are like, meet us at the gate, and we're just gonna leave them all hanging. We gotta sour the name of Jake Kelton, the hero of Eorzea, is more like the makes everyone wait of Eorzea. I only got one friend, and they don't even like me. Xenos has nobody but the Warrior of Light. I mean, I don't think he wants us to like him. He wants us to like fighting him. So, I mean, maybe he likes that. Viator translates to traveler. In what language? What language is Viator? The music. Man, the last time we were here, it was all like gray over, and this is pretty. But still also cold. Is that when he says he still needs to do the quests? I don't get the question. Is that when he says he still needs to do the quest? But yeah, I have months later is when we're gonna do those quests. Maybe in about 3 months' time. Maybe. I've got some Minecraft stuff I'm trying to wrap up first before I start grinding again in this. Though we do need to apparently go do more Boja. There's more Boja to do. Always more Boja. Boja. Last time we did it, it was a lot of fun. I really did enjoy it. Wait, Kryle's up! Kryle's awake! It's so good to see you. And free from chilblains, I take it? Chilblains? I guess that's like frostbite or something? You'd be pleased to know that everything's been kept in order since you've been away. I even brought a few useful knickknacks with me from back home. But no sooner had they arrived than I received word of Kryle and poor health. And you on the moon? If you meant to give me a fright, you succeeded. Well, we're alive, so. Welcome back, Jake. We were so terribly worried about you. Though it is plain I have caused my own fair share of worrying, and for that I apologize. Heidelin called to me that day when you entered the Tower of Babil. Her pleas were faint but desperate. I knew at once she required a vessel to carry out her will. What came after feels like a dream barely remembered. My body flowing through the life stream towards Garlemald. When I regained consciousness, it was all aches and frostbite. Exhausted of ether. So exhausted, in fact, I could only laugh. For it was in that moment I understood Raha's weariness from the Tower of Zot. Would that I could laugh at a time like this. Though we prevented Zodiark from being unleashed upon the world, I'm curious to know what else took place there on the moon. Oh, have we got a tale to tell. But first, we gotta talk about our fancy new gear. Check out this outfit. It's so great. We got a cape. It's awesome. Perhaps we should wait for the others to join us before you give your account. Oh, well, I'm sorry. I already ruined that. Let us reconvene in the main hall once they've arrived. Why do I feel like this is going to be a... there is a series of videos that are gonna play back to back to back. Prepare yourself for several cutscenes. No? Few cutscenes? Oh, it's all Latin stuff. I guess that makes sense for all the Z's and V's. Latin translation. Just throw that into Google Translate. Graha's here. Graha's here. Sorry to have kept you all waiting. Not at all. We understand you've been quite busy. Will Urianger be joining us? Not today. Duty keeps him away, I'm afraid, though Jake can explain why better than I. Grab a seat. So, he's on the moon, eating cheese, hanging out with rabbit folk. No, not the Vieira, though that kind of sounds like that. Think like if Vieira and Lala had a child. That's what that's what we got. Not the whole gang, okay, Holo? Almost. The final days, as befell Amarat. And we are to escape via the moon. What are the source and its reflections? Also, what of this cube in the background that we don't know anything about? That apparently we gotta do, not Boja, we gotta do Eureka to figure out what's going on with the cube. So many things we don't know. I have no intention of standing by while the world falls to ruin. So how do we stop this? Unfortunately, we have no answers at present. If the celestial currents have grown stagnant, as was the case in the time of Amarat, the solution would be to alter the flow of ether throughout the entirety of the star. The ancients accomplished this by summoning Zodiark, sacrificing half the star's population in the doing. But it should go without saying that such a sacrifice must not and cannot be repeated. Which leaves us with the daunting task of identifying the underlying catalyst for the final days, a feat which even the Amaratians could not accomplish. Unfortunately, we found no clues in the Mare Lamatorium. There is still much we do not know about the catastrophe itself, let alone what may have caused it. The final days were marked by the corruption of the Amaratians' creation magics, but we command no such power, which invites the question, what havoc is in store for us? If we knew that much, perhaps we could draw some parallel with the events of the past, and thereby form some semblance of a plan? Perhaps we should start with a forum then. Having worked with the Loporits in secret all this time, there is surely more they can tell us.
Forgive the interruption, but I have urgent news. The forum is holding a public assembly in the plaza outside. Some sort of announcement. What is Father up to now? There's only one way to find out.
We gotta go interrogate him, the old-fashioned way. Vacation is over. It's the Allspark. I knew there were Transformers in this game. I laughed. My wife laughed. The toaster laughed. I shot the toaster. It was a great time. Look at all of them in their fancy white robes thinking they look so cool. He's so grumpy. Sauce music.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Order, I say.
Dude, your mustache sucks. Just shave it. It's not worth it.
I thank you all for gathering here on such short notice.
Short like your mustache.
This day we must speak of grave affairs and their implications for the future of Charlian, nay, of this very star.
They clearly have heard some news from the Loporits.
Said affairs concern all citizens, and so we have called for a public assembly. You may have heard rumors of the Talopheroi and the havoc these madmen wreak abroad. Under normal circumstances, we would pay little heed to petty disturbances outside our borders. The final days, however, are another matter altogether.
Are they just going outright and telling people that the final days are upon them, thus by causing the havoc that we just finished saying was a bad idea and that we were going to try not to cause general panic?
For we dare not ignore these prophetic words of Eld. The Endbearers will come, ushering chaos and calamity. The final days descend and devour the very star.
The Endbearers. What a cool name.
I've never heard this prophecy.
I've never heard the prophecy.
Is it true? Will all that really happen?
It's a
Calm
lie!
yourselves. The time has come to speak of the Forum's most sacred duties. But first...
A quick word from our sponsor. Join, Raid Shadow Legends. You get to play Raid Shadow Legends for 50% off your discount, only for the short time being before the world descends into chaos. New with a new expansion for the Final Days expansion. Collect all the Final Days characters and you can upgrade your Raid Shadow Legends experience. Join today. Link in the description.
Give voice to the voiceless. Let bindings be unbound. By unanimous decree, I declare the enchantment broken.
Oh, they had to break the spell, right? They were all under oath by spell that they couldn't talk about it. Oh, they're so glowy and pretty.
Master Leveilleur, if you would.
Speak the words of the
Very well.
ancient prophecy.
"270 years ago, our forebears began an expedition in the Dravanian hinterlands, in search of a route to access the ethereal sea. This much is public knowledge. Their findings, however, would become the Forum's most closely guarded secret. What those researchers discovered in the hinterlands was not a passage unto the ethereal sea, but the very heart of our star, and Hydaelyn herself.
Interesting.
She spoke to them of a calamity that would extinguish all life, and of a means by which we might be spared. The moon. 'Tis in truth a gargantuan vessel built to serve as sanctuary for her children and deliver them from this doom. Much like Njunkref's hope in ages past, it will bear the people of a world in the throes of death to a new home.
Needless to say, this will be no small undertaking. To facilitate the great work, the Forum has maintained close contact with the servants of Hydaelyn who presently reside on the moon. Convinced that the foretold end was all but inevitable, we began amassing a wealth of knowledge, not merely for the betterment of our nation, but in preparation for the journey to come.
You reveal this to us now? By the gods, how long do we have?
The panic. The panic.
While we cannot say with certainty, we believe the hour to be nigh. We received a transmission from the moon suggesting as much not long ago. Which is why we must in earnest begin preparations for the great exodus.
I wonder if they had been able to tell us, and we had figured it out, if that would have changed our, like, killing of Zodiark, right? Because we would have to know that they were preparing for the final days. But did they know that the final days were being held off by Zodiark's existence on the moon? Maybe not, so it might not have changed what we did. But even so, the spell that they cast prevented them from being able to say anything anyway, so it wouldn't have really mattered.
For his impressive contributions and the leadership he demonstrated during our withdrawal from Dravania, we have elected Master Leveilleur to oversee this initiative.
Leveilleur! More power.
Fellow scribes and scholars, my countrymen, we face a threat of unprecedented scale.
So they are definitely of the, we're abandoning ship and, or I guess jumping on ship. We're joining ship and leaving the planet. I don't think that they're going to be on board with trying to save the planet. And they're probably going to be similar to the Loporits in, hey, it sucks for all the other places, sucks for the source, but at least we'll survive. And that's going to be, because their prime objective is the protection and passing on of knowledge. And so a arc to take all that knowledge safely into the future is like their #1 priority.
We must challenge the trials before us with composure and conviction if we are to find salvation. The wisdom
Jar Jar Holo
has ever been a shining beacon in the darkness, and so it shall continue to be.
The one vote that destroyed the Republic.
To see our heritage preserved for future generations. For those who will come after, we will brave a new frontier.
King, Captain, Lord, Chair for President. I'm just saying, it is an election year. Chair for President sounds pretty good to me.
Administrative edicts will be relayed to all major institutions ere long. In the meantime, carry on with your duties. With that, I hereby call this assembly to a close.
Oh, the end of the world is coming. Go about your regular duties. Go on, go on. Fare thee well. And no one cared the Scions were chilling. No one was like, wow, Scions, you've been gone for a while.
Do you remember what Mother told us when we visited home?
No one was like, hey, I heard about those towers that went away. Did you have something to do with that?
That it wasn't until after we were born that Father seemed to lose himself in his work. If that great work of his was the evacuation of this star, then...
Everything he was doing was for them, to keep them safe.
Yes. It wasn't for his benefit.
But for theirs. He wanted to give his children a future.
Would you mind waiting here a moment? I wish to speak with Father before we leave.
Take all the time you want, as long as I get another burger. Keep it civil, eh? Take your time. No rush. Man, I'm so glad we did that side content. I would do it just for the
If it's all
glam.
the same to you, I have a few choice words to share with Father as well.
You suck. The towers are gone, snobby intellectuals are being dumb, the world is at peace, and also about to completely fall apart, simultaneously.
So, come to call us cowards and bid us join your fruitless battle against the inevitable.
Actually, it's kind of our fault that the inevitable is inevitably happening, so we came to apologize.
Nay, we do not object to the Forum's proposal. On the contrary, those who wish to flee have every right to do so. Urianger is cooperating with your associates on the moon to ensure that all is ready should evacuation be our only recourse.
Only recourse. You're saying there's another option.
And whatever your business, I suggest you be brief.
Though we cannot boast the boundless wisdom of Sharlayan, we have first-hand knowledge of foreign cultures and have conversed with no small number of peoples. These experiences have taught us fundamental truths that cannot be recorded in any tome, nor charted on any map. The beating heart of this planet is its people, many of whom would give anything, even their lives, to protect the lands they love. Many may choose to join you in the end. But what of those unwilling or unable, for whom escape will never be an option? What would you have them do? To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, Father. It is indolence.
Oof.
This is
wasn't that Louis Suar's statement? Which was literally his his father.
We'll not ask for your understanding, Father. Only that you don't turn a blind eye to the good we have done. That we can still do. We're not children in need of protection. Hold fast to your principles and let the world burn if it please. But we believe there is still another way.
It's at least worth trying.
And if there is, we will find it. You see if we don't.
We could use your assistance if you wanted to help out.
Do as you will. Just stay out of our way.
That's so stubborn. No grace, no nothing.
Were he not so consumed with self-righteousness, he might tell you how proud he is of you both.
Aww. They needed to hear that. Curious how the dumb plan would have factored a giant dark god living on the moon. I'm sure that in all of their self-righteousness, they would have figured out a way to take care of the dark god themselves. They wouldn't have needed no warrior of light to do it. It's totally fine. I had Ziva throw that one at him in Gridania, too. Take that, Fortuges! I'm a backhand the ever-loving Alizon!
Bold words call for bold action.
Like
and
backhands.
No turning to your father should plans go awry.
As if I ever would. So long as there are those who wish to stay and fight for this star, we have to do what we can to help them.
Who's putting a foreshadowing mark in that their father turns around and at the end comes to rescue something and help out at the very end when everyone least expects it? I'm hoping that he survives the change of heart, but I think he'll help them out in the end, so. Cut him down to size.
And if we're to do that, we'll need to be well rested.
I mean, you could just give him a Fantasia and he'll be fine.
Wouldn't you agree? And having triumphed over what we once thought to be the source of all evil, I can think of no one in greater need of at least a dozen winks.
How about 6? A half dozen. I'm good at...
Shall we then? To the annex. To prepare for tomorrow.
I do pretty well on little sleep as is. What if you had a whole world where winks was like your reference to hours, right? 12 winks was, or a dozen winks was 12 hours of sleep. I get about 6 winks a night. I don't know what we're cheering for, but I'll cheer too. Critica's got new gear. Look at this thing. First off, this is the Reaper gear you were running around in earlier. That's so sick. Oh, dude, it's got like 2 different extra knives. It's triple knives. It's the Boja gear. Man, that is pretty sick of Boja gear. I'm not gonna lie. Hang on. Try on. Man, I think we gotta go unlock it. I think we gotta unlock it. That's so sick. That's so good. I love the shoulder pads. This would have been really good gear for all of Garlemald with the little like fur trims on things. Looks very wintry and warm. That's so good. Everything's locked behind the Boja grind. Ziva! Hello, Ree. Don't freeze here, all right? Supposedly it's cold here, but we're just glad to be back in fair skies. All right, we gotta go take a nap. That's what the story wants us to do. So, it's nap time. Sleepy, sleepy. Well, every other time that we've gone to bed in the game, especially in the first, nothing very interesting happened. It was just an uneventful evening, getting some rest.
Kryl tells me that the Forum made a rather momentous announcement. So there's to be a great exodus, is there? I'm reminded of my narrow escape from the Isle of Val. The realization, the running, the mixture of relief and regret afterwards.
Survival's regret.
Why me? I ask myself. Why me? Why us? Why now?
Why wonder?
There's no use fretting over the cosmic morality, or lack thereof. We're here, and we'll get through this together. And who knows, maybe my luck will rub off and grant everyone a narrow escape. There's no harm in praying for as much. Oh, but enough of my ramblings. I'm sure you're exhausted. Your chamber awaits.
Retire to your room. Petra! That's a very pretty dress, Petra. Oh, we get the headgear.
Time for lunch with Graha again?
Say it's not so. The Isle of Val. That's true. Wait, did you kick that Lala off your island? Xenos just shows up on our doorstep. Oh, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Is this a vision? Wait a minute. Wait, but the stars falling is what tempers everyone to Heidelin, right? A visitor has come knocking at your door. Whoever could it be? We just leave the stream right here. Just be like, that's it. Find out next time on Jake Kelton's. Oh, we gotta guess. Alfino, Alize, Thancred, Yestola, Estine. Oh, good gracious. No, don't make me do this. Oh, it's not gonna be Estinian. It's not gonna be Thancred. Doubt that it's Yestola. Alfino, Alize, Graha. Ah, poop, 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 poop. Alfino, Alice. I want to say that it's Graha. Out of all of them, I think it's Graha. It's gonna be either. I don't think it's Alfino because we've had many conversations with Alfino. I think that he's gonna be fine. It's gonna be either Alize or Graha, most likely. However, Alfino and Alize just had a conversation with their dad, so I'm going to say it's Graha. We have not talked with Graha in a hot minute, so. Oh, wait, you get to pick who it is? Oh, you could have picked anyone? Wait, so there's different interactions depending on who it is? Oh, I totally missed that. Oh, well, I'm glad that it's Graha.
Apologies. I didn't mean to... If you could spare a moment before bed.
Oh, see, if I'd known that I could pick, I would have... I don't know. Would I have picked Y'shtola? I totally missed that. Choose your true. Who do you want it to be, right? Want would probably, unironically, have been Y'shtola. But I think story-wise and roleplay-wise, you can see the others if you watch at the end. I'm gonna have to go back and do the Y'shtola one, so maybe we'll do that to end the stream off. But I think roleplay story-wise, Graha makes the most sense, especially because he's just so darn cute. The way that he's just like over the Warrior of Light and everything, especially going to the moon and coming back. I think out of all of the characters, he would be the one most likely to be like, "Hey, are you okay? I just want to check in. Are you okay? I just wanted to check in, see how you're doing."
Thank you. I fear this may be the last quiet night we have to talk for quite some time.
Aww. I mean, Graha is best boy, so. Astidian is your favorite? Definitely have to check that one out too.
I am troubled of late. Unwarranted concerns, perhaps. I hope. Nevertheless, I feel compelled to share them with you.
It's so cool that you get to choose it.
Thus far, Xenos and even Zodiac. Your victories have come at a considerable cost to yourself. No one is without their limits, and you are no exception. I worry the added weight of the final days will prove more than you can bear.
Aww, see, he's concerned about us.
For any one man.
Too sweet.
But you needn't bear it alone. Let me share your burden. My, carrying capacity pales in comparison to yours, but I could still help. Shoulder the occasional satchel from your ever-growing mountain of, baggage.
Like a retainer. I can carry all of your gear, or your mountain of glams and dyes, because you have so many of them.
You have already done so much to help relieve me of mine own encumbrances. 'Tis only fair that I repay you in kind.
Aww.
Of course, it needn't be only troubles we share. Moments of joy may seem few and far between now, but there will come a time when we look back fondly on this journey. The inquiry at the Forum, our march through the snows of Garlemald, our impromptu dinner in this very room. All of it.
I mean, that burger looked really good, but you didn't share it with me, so I'm so a little miffed.
To say nothing of the journeys yet to come, to the ends of the world and beyond.
He said ends. Ends! That means there's multiple ends of the world. Endwalker? Are we walking through the multiple ends of the world? You gotta overthink everything.
But tomorrow will be no less busy than today, and I've kept you from your rest long enough. Sleep well, my friend.
Oh, I missed the screenshot. I missed the screenshot. That was my chance. We'll have to go get it later. We didn't say anything to him? No response? I would at least like some reply. I'm really glad that I don't have to play through all of New Game Plus just to see the other ones. I would have been kind of miffed at this, so. Tall POV is so good for it. Yeah, because he's looking up and you're kind of looking down at him. It's so sweet. A short while earlier in the Alamegan Quarter. Okay, okay. Man, I want to read chat, but there's so much going on in the game. I didn't even know there were other options. Graha is the only option. That's it. The only one. Oh, I love that red coat. That's so good.
Thank the gods that tower is gone. The sight of it was enough to make me sick.
I picked Alize my first time doing it because she was always the one that I felt best sharing worries with. Alize was a good one. That's why I said Alize or Graha. It was one of those two, so. It'd be a good way to end the stream. I picked Graha, but I've watched all the scenes. The twins are my children, but Graha is special. Ziva went with Graha because baby bro. Mario went with Graha because love interest. And Frey went with Estidian because, I mean, why not? Why not? The Red Mage Trainer, so good. D'Amico in the red coat was Red Mage Trainer. Yeah, I mean, that coat is so sick. I love the bright red, too. I'm not brave enough for that, so.
Top of the bloody thing themselves. Not just the one, neither. All the towers have up and vanished.
I'm not brave enough to go that red with my outfits, but glad somebody
I heard
else's.
the same. Commander Aldin and his troops help keep casualties to a minimum, too. But is it true they brought back tempered Garlean soldiers?
As Commander Aldin tells it, they've a treatment for that now. But don't you worry. Cured or not, they've no plans to bring them into the city proper.
Oh. Dissension is beginning.
Well, that's a relief then. I know we've brothers and sisters among the lot, but I can't say I'm eager to welcome them home.
Oh no. Grumpy guts.
Wanted to think about it for a while yet. But to be looked after in Alagana for the time being.
Is it Fordola that's over here? Who is this? What? Was that Euless? Meanwhile, in Ishgard. What was with the black smoke? That's even worse than the Asian smoke. Is that a blue mage trainer? They're showing off all the trainers. Oh, there he is right there. Yes, with the little girl. Oh my gosh, that's the Viera. Oh, yeah, Airvale.
Paramount importance.
That's so cool that the Dark Knight was in the background. Oh my gosh, what's her name? Scylla or something? Ciri Scylla? Oh my gosh, I can't remember her name. Those were cool quests. I really do kind of want to go back to Dark Knight at some point because it's just a sick, just carrying the giant sword and just bashing stuff over the head. Commission of Paramount Importance. So Aaronville was the guy we met in Charlian who is collecting stuff, right? He's a collector, one of the people that collects things around the world and takes them back to Charlian.
Well, what have we here?
He's gonna freeze to death. Can you collect him? Riel. That's right.
Hey,
gleans the location of
are you
things.
all right?
You gonna start smoking, bro? Too much of that fire moss, if you know what I'm talking about. Whoa, it went away.
No. The shadows play tricks, nothing more.
Oh, it went away. How wild.
The towers are gone, and the Garlean threat is abated. And yet, why does it feel as though it's about to get much worse?
Foreshadowing. Oh, the camera work is so good. Oh, it went back to normal. There's no tower there. Whoa, Thavnir just got eaten. Well, it was nice knowing you, Thavnir. Have a good one. Catch you later. The music.
And that is a great place to stop.
Oh, okay. I guess Thavnir's just written off the map. Bye, Thavnir. Hopefully you had a good one. I mean, we never got to go talk to the dragon again, so it's a little sad, but that's okay. That's fine. La dancing on the table. Get off of that thing. Man, what awesome twists. And we didn't really get to fight a whole lot today, but that's okay. There's just a lot of story stuff. And oh my gosh. I don't know how, I don't know why, but I think that we just luck out getting the perfect run of the game. The right expansions at the right times with the right events, giving the right glams for the right gear, for the right... It's just great. It's just awesome. It's all works out in our favor. But I love this outfit. I love the cape. I love the cape so much, man. When you're running around, this thing's just flowing everywhere. It's so sick. And it feels that like mixture of, it's like an upgrade. Okay, hold on. Do I still have the glamour plate? Yeah, like this was our look way back early on. I think this is one of the earliest glams we ever made. That's why it's plate number 1. This is like an upgraded version of this plate because it's a little bit darker, you know, kind of speaks to our time in Shadowbringers, but also a little more armored because we've leveled up our skills and stuff. And I think that the sword and shield are just kind of sick. I don't mind them being glowy. I know there's like glowy versions of them and stuff, but there's something about just this that looks so cool. But yeah, where is story going from here? I don't know what the corruption is going to look like, and the shadowy flames, the black flames of whatever's happening. But the creation magics were running rampant back when people were using creation magic. Well, now I feel like it's going to be something to do with the ether of maybe people are going to transform into monsters. Remember way back when in Shadowbringers, where it was people getting corrupted by the light, the light was overwhelming them and they were turning into monsters, right? Well, now imagine if like all of the ether is sapped away. What kind of monsters are you going to be becoming, right? Or whatever. This is cosmic ether, which is a whole different level. So people are going to turn into cosmic entities. I've got no clue. I got no clue. I really got no clue. We only have done the first of 3 trials. And so I have no idea, A, what the second trial could even be fighting, or B, what the third one would be. But all I did say was I was thinking about it, and I was telling somebody in the Discord that I hope that one of the trials isn't that we end up fighting Hydaelyn. Because if Hydaelyn is like the thing that's trying to hold stuff together, and we know that we have to change the world to save it or something, I feel like we might end up coming at odds with Hydaelyn somehow story-wise, and that would be kind of heartbreaking because we've had Hydaelyn with us literally since the very, very beginning. Those are like the first words we hear in the game. The first voice we hear in the game is Hydaelyn's, and so it'd be really sad. But I've got no clue. There's a lot of story left to do, and a lot of story left to play, so we'll have to continue it hopefully next Thursday. But you all have a great night. Thanks for coming out. And if you're new here, if you're watching this stream as a video and you haven't subscribed, feel free to hit the subscribe button. The only reason I say that is because if we do hit 500 subscribers, it opens up a bunch of cool perks that you can get for like streams and stuff, and that's really awesome. But if you just enjoy hanging out, feel free to just hang out. That's great. And we will see you all in the next one as we continue Endwalker. And there's a lot more to go. A lot more to go.